Hey, we love that umbrella guy. All right. Thank you.
I'm calling from Los Angeles, and I'm having a little problem under the name ThATuMBRELLAgUy. I sent him my phone number at least 20 times in the chat and told him to call me. He ignored me. I'm a man. I filed the report. If you guys could take a look at it and give me a call back, I would love to hear what you guys can do to help us. We really need to kind of stop this guy at least until Monday. I told him to call me. I'm a man.
Police or zombie problems? Your tortoise won't stop breakdancing?
Try blue tape.
The miracle of our age. Yay! Indeed. What's up, folks? How's it going today? Welcome to a Friday edition. There's been some amazing stuff pop off. A bunch of BBB related amazing stuff, by the way. We we have a couple of things that, well, we have some addition from last night where Lord, BBB may be in some big trouble. We also have, that Foreman case? Larry Foreman? Yeah, Larry Foreman has answered BBB as well. But before we hit that, I hear a special guest walking down those steps, a big birthday girl. What's up, girl? How you doing?
Hello.
Hello.
It is I.
It is you, the
Skeletor.
Yes, the 35-year-old. Yeah. Oh, well, wait. 27?
I'm a million.
Yeah. No, it's somebody. It's been somebody's birthday today. Somebody had the big 1, 2. That's right. Did you have a good birthday, by the way?
Yeah.
Yep. She decorated her own cake.
Yeah, it's like the one from Resident Evil 7.
Yeah, she set up a cake. It's funny in the game. Essentially, there's a puzzle where you have to put together this cake, and when you put it in, they want you to put in the last candle, and when you put it in, it blows up. So she made a sign, for it, and what was funny is the last candle it wouldn't light for us. I was like, and she was like, "That really, that really works out. It's just like the
I was
real
like,
thing."
that's really ironic, Dad. That's really, really ironic.
It is. Look at all these people, by the way. Check this out. Kat says happy birthday to you since $10. It's awesome there. Look at Audrey. Since you're super chat there.
Guys. Thank you.
Audrey said there. I'm going to say
little...
Ninja Puppy. Since you're 10 there.
Whoa, I'm getting so much money from my birthday.
No, man. Look at that. There. Look at this. L Flocking Lou. Since your birthday said the special guest look. Happy birthday. Special guest star. Yep. Colleen dropped you 25 there for a happy birthday. Look at that, man. You got David, who's been your 6-month member.
Whoa, that's awesome.
Yeah. Like Laura dropped you there, said happy birthday. Mary.
Okay, did you have to put it in all caps?
Yeah. Yeah. For me and the umbrella.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm just asking.
She's seeing my stuff right there. Yeah, she was sorry. She wasn't talking about the super chat. She's talking about me there. By the way.
Why umbrella?
She sees my name. She sees my name as a big umbrella. She was like, why is it all in caps in the middle?
Yeah. My watermark is #1 alien, but I don't want it.
Look at that, man. Emmy, did you 20 there?
Thank you. Guys, I'm going to call myself #1 alien. This is not because I'm going to change my YouTube name. This is because that is the name I use for my art watermark.
That's right. I've seen that. Oh, by the way, speaking of your art, I showed everybody your blue tape. I mean, I showed that off. I'm going to pull it up here. I thought they were cool, man. Anytime you want to protect yourself, blue tape. Did you know that?
Yeah. If an eldritch being suddenly appears in your house, blue tape.
That's right. You have any kind of problems whatsoever. Look at that. Boom. So they can see it now.
Yeah, I don't have too many blue beads.
Well, I was thinking about, like, a lot of people were like, man, we need protection from blue tape too.
From blue tape?
Yeah. Well, it helping you, the protection it gives. So.
Fighting blue tape with blue tape?
Yeah, actually, that might be that might cause a cosmic. Gosh, no.
Please do not fight blue tape with blue tape.
Yes, that might be insane. But people were like, man, have you thought? I thought about letting you make some of those. If you think, what do you think about that?
Awesome.
Well, you keep asking for
I'm
commission
going
work.
to give them like a little explanation on why my watermark is #1 alien.
Okay.
So the reason my watermark is #1 alien is because I have a persona that's an alien. If you don't know what a persona is, look it up. I'm not explaining it to you right now because I forgot.
All the people telling you they would buy one. Look, they're telling you that. They're like, hey, I'd buy one of those. I'd buy one. See, people want that. They love your crafts anyway. Yeah.
And like I was bored of the same old Lego OC I had since I was like an itty bitty baby. I was like, I matured.
Is that it? You're tired of having the same name since you have now matured?
Yeah. So now I'm #1 alien.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but you'll still be Lug.
I know people can call me that, but
I'll still always call you that. I'm sorry.
But my art watermark is #1 alien, and I'm not going to watermark it with Little Umbrella Girl.
So, are you feeling older on this fine day?
I am 1 year away from becoming the unlucky number.
Yes, you will be the teen number, actually.
Yeah, but 13 is seen as an unlucky number, and like
No, it's a good number there. It'll be a, every year you get smarter. Just remember, you're
Yeah.
you get.
Also, have any of y'all played Resident Evil lately? Because I have. Where is my Salvatore Moreau fans? Did y'all go extinct? At this point, I'm the last one. I have to label myself as #1 Salvatore Moreau fan because there's no other #1 Salvatore Moreau fan.
Oh Lord.
Where are you guys?
Yes, we have to bust you out a song though. Actually, here, I'm gonna give her my headphones. Come here. I want you to hear something. Come here.
I have to turn off my music for this, so it better be good.
Oh yeah, here. I need to be able to hear it too, so I can sing along. Come here. I have to give her the song. Are we ready? Are we ready for this? Oh yes, she's gonna. She's gonna be like, "Oh no!" All right. Are you feeling it? Are you ready?
I guess.
Okay. Here.
I don't know. I did.
Bend down here so I can hear a little bit. You ready? Here we go. I'm gonna turn on the mic too.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday! That's right.
From both of us to you.
Happy birthday.
May all your dreams come true. Happy birthday.
You made me turn.
Birthday.
You made me turn
We
off my music.
love to have you here.
We love to have you here. Happy birthday.
Here's
Oh man, here's
to
2
another
million
year.
years. It's our birthday song. We had to bust you out from everybody. Isn't that beautiful? And you got to be
Seriously.
serenaded by my beautiful voice. Happy birthday.
Dude, you made me turn off my One Way or Another by Blondie for now.
Just-
You better
Yeah.
hope that I won't whack you to death with my headphones in the middle of the night sleep with one eye open.
Look at that, man. Hey, happy birthday, love. Check
Yay, thank
Venmo.
you.
Let's see. Check Venmo, too. Let's look. Venmo. Whoa,
Y'all.
kiddo. Goodness.
I don't
kid.
know why, but
Look, check this out. So with Venmo, with Venmo and PayPal, here's 10 there from Salty Dog. It's cool, man.
thank y'all.
Here's a hundo on
Oh my
Venmo.
God.
That's right, a hundo there, man. That's for your birthday fun.
You keep sending me money. I'm
Goodness.
going to
I
be
told you
rich,
people
I'm going
love
to be
you.
a
She was like,
billionaire.
I was like,
And
man,
then
when
they're
you,
going to eat me because the saying goes, "Eat the rich."
I was like, what in the world? She said, I'm gonna make money, and then they're gonna want to eat me because the saying goes, "Eat the rich." I don't think that's how it works. Come here, what in the world? You're a nut. You're here.
That's why they love me more than you.
Probably. Here, look at this. You got a. Oh man, went to another 10 there from Michelle. That's amazing. That's awesome.
Yay.
Look here. Wow. Sally sent you a 50 there for your birthday. Man.
Yeah.
And Rhea Raya and Mark, they sent you 75 there. I mean, look at this. Look at all these. Look, it's crazy. Look at all the love you've gotten.
Yeah.
here.
I like talking about my interests to the chat.
I know they love. They actually love hearing from you. I was telling her, I was like,
but
man, people will want to wish
guys-
you a happy birthday. She was like, nah, no way. I told her, yeah, come on for a few minutes before I start my stream. Really get started up. Yeah.
But guys, where are the Moreau fans here? Because like I'm talking about Resident Evil right now. Don't mutter to yourself like that.
What? I'm not muttering about what are you talking about? Crazy fool. Oh, if you could see, if you could see the craziness, the threatened karate chops and stuff.
I'm going to karate chop you.
She's a nut. You're a nut. You are.
That's why they love
Did you have a
me.
good birthday today? No?
Yeah.
Oh man! So what do we eat today?
Yeah, hibachi.
That's right. We had hibachi, which that guy. I'm telling you, the flames he put out that seemed a little out of control for a minute, didn't it? I was like,
Yeah.
man, that's gonna cinch my eyebrows.
I was like, oh God, I'm going bald. You're gonna make me bald.
Yeah, well, I took her her and her sister for hibachi. Let's see, we went over. We got ices. We had to go to Hot Topic, of
Yes,
course.
I always drag them there.
Oh Lord, just put
Be
me out
quiet,
of
or
my
I'm
misery.
going to make you emo.
Oh no, you're gonna make me emo that.
Let me go get my eyeliner.
Oh yeah, yeah, that would be funny. Me with eyeliner on, yeah, that'd be beautiful. But we went over there. What did you get there? I don't remember.
I got Mothman leg warmers. I finally got leg warmers, y'all.
Leg warmers, yeah, that's right. I forgot about leg warmers. You got some headphones.
Yeah, yo. I
You
also got some hair clips.
Yeah, those hair clips were cool. You ordered some stuffies, but unfortunately,
Right.
yeah, it takes 7 years ago I ordered stuffies.
Yeah, I have one of like Codsworth from Buckleup. Yay. And of
Man,
Salvatore Moreau, of course. Yeah, you gotta.
Look at this kiddo. Like I told you.
How much money are you guys sending me?
I told you that they love you. They take care of you. You know? Say that. Look, you got all the birthday wares for the stream. So we'll put it together, and whatever, with the other stuff, when it all comes together at the end of the stream, we'll set it aside. And that way, when you want stuff, like when we go places, you'll have your birthday money to bust it up. You know? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That way you can. You said you wanted to become an adult. You know what? You know what really is a sign of adulthood? You can get some back hair transplants. Back hair, yeah.
Dude, do I look like I'm stupid? Do I look like I'm stupid?
I don't even have back hair. Back hair.
I didn't even say
she looked at me like, what in the world? Back hair. Yeah, that's a sign of adulthood. Back hair transplants. You looked at me like, what is off with you today, sir?
And you call me a nut.
You are. Me being one.
Where do you think I get it from?
That's true too. Okay. You can hang out for a couple more minutes, kiddo, and then I do have to stream.
Okay, is it a problem if I jibber jabber about my interests?
Yeah, well, I figure we tell them about your birthday and all that. We need to have a stream where we just hang out. We do like a, remember the old streams? Remember Storytime?
Yeah.
We need to have like a updated version. I wish you were, when you get older, we can sit down and we can make fun of cases. That'll be great, Just
How
a
old
few
do I have
more
to be?
years. Well, you at least need to be 16 before you ever talk about any of the craziness again. And then for cases like this, you need to be an adult. This stuff is so nuts. The stuff I cover now, it's just, you would not believe, You really wouldn't.
Can I jibber jabber
You can talk for a few
about my interest now?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's this game I really want to play. I've been watching YouTubers play it. It's called No, I'm Not a Human. Basically, solar apocalypse. There's these things that crawl out of the ground called visitors.
Mhm.
All that.
Yeah.
I like it a lot. I have researched it thoroughly, but I can't play it because my laptop is busted and it doesn't work on handheld.
Yeah, who busted your laptop, by the way? You and your sister. Yes. They had a laptop, and let's just say it had a sad ending.
R.I.P. my laptop.
It hurt me, and everybody hurts. It was sad,
but I can't play No, I'm Not a Human, and I don't know if Dad will let me on his laptop to play.
I don't know if I trust you on my laptop. It's my business laptop. I need it.
Yeah, there's also the game Resident Evil. I like 7 and 8, but you can like whatever you like because it's your eyes. It's your eyeballs.
We should play the 3 original, not the remake. Ugh.
Yeah, I also like Silent Hill specifically too.
Yeah.
I like F, but
was
not as
good.
a Silent Hill game.
Yeah, F was fun though. I mean, well, half of it. I didn't like that dream thing, you know, where you get the weird werewolf arm. I didn't think that was very scary.
The Fox Man did not give me good vibes. He failed the vibe check, y'all.
Yeah, yeah. Well, not just that. I just thought it wasn't scary anymore. Well, but it was still good. It was pretty good.
Yeah. I like Danganronpa. I finally got back into it.
Yeah. You've been reading some horror books.
Yeah, Cthulhu, Eldritch stuff.
Yeah. Busted it up.
Also, I've just been really getting into cryptids and stuff. That's why I like Mothman. Because, well, he's a moth.
Right.
He's a moth that causes bad luck.
Yeah.
What else am I supposed to like?
You need to watch that movie, I keep telling you. I did see the song.
I also like The Fly.
Well, look
I
at all
like
these.
both versions. I watched both of them on YouTube once.
Look at all these people wishing you happy birthday, Chuck. Look at this. There have been 75 and counting.
My.
And that doesn't count outside. I'm telling you, by the end of the stream tonight, there'll be 100 and counting of people telling you happy birthday. But hey, you want to go chill and you want to go enjoy the rest of your birthday? I know you said you're going to go chill out and watch some stuff or play. I don't know what you said you were doing.
I'm free. I can make candy again.
That's right. Hey, if you want to do the blue tape, I told you, you got requests, man. You got an army of them, you know. Oh, hey, if you were making those, what would you charge for them?
20.
$20.
Yeah.
I'll see.
It's my beads.
I get it. I'll think about letting you make some. I think we could do a few.
Commissions are open for
That way
very
you could have
limited
some.
time. I will draw. I will make candy. All these craft stuff.
Look at that. By the way, my business is on. Yes, you are a small business owner. That is actually what you're doing. You know?
I get all the profit.
I get all the way she does. Thank you. All right, kiddo. Appreciate you, babe. Thank you, folks. We would read through all that, but we would not have a live stream tonight. So we'll read. I'll tell her to come back in a bit and we'll go through everything. Unless she falls asleep. We've had a busy day. But I'll hit her up there. Let me see. You know. God, she's funny, you know. she's hilarious though, you know. Well, yeah, her blue tape power beads are hilarious. It's funny to see her. Those things are hilarious though. I like them. Hey, what's up, Jeremy, by the way? Yeah, I thought those were funny. I was like, man. Yeah. I told her she could make some, she could put it together. She could have a little bit of business and have her own money. You know, it feels good to be your own boss for a minute. You know. Now today has been a wild day. And when I say that, I am not even kidding. If you kept up yesterday, if you kept up with the insanity that we talked about, which was again, Bruce doing the craziest stuff I think I've ever seen, to be honest. I can't for the life of me figure out what he thought he would accomplish with this. You know, he decided that he was going to write the court. And he's not practicing law in Florida because he is not licensed to practice in Florida. And on top of that, he's not pro se. I'm pro se. Pro hoc vice. I said pro se. Pro hoc vice. Pro se. I got pro se on the brain today. If I say that a few times, by the way, apologies. It's been a long day. But we went through and we looked at everything that he had done with that. Everything we have available so far. That doesn't mean, by the way, just to make it clear, if you missed that, Let me just show you these real quick. I won't spend a lot of time on them. But when you read through these letters, what's insane about them is they're not just him arguing and trying to, trying to say, well, Preston needs this or Preston needs that. I mean, that by itself is bad enough. It's also going after Mr. Hales and Mr. Shockett. He goes after them repeatedly. He goes after reputations. He goes after licensure. And he's doing this. Again, he has no business whatsoever in this case. He knows better. As an officer of the court, he absolutely knows better than to do this stuff. But again and again, he brings up this garbage that he had noted about, oh, well, Mr. Shockett, again, he's writing in, you got to think about the time frame where this is happening too. So you have Michelle Preston put in her protective order saying, I'm not going to show up, right? I'm not going to be there. And you have Bruce, who has nothing to do with this case at all. Again, he doesn't practice in Florida. And he is not associated with this case. He is writing the court. He is attempting to sway them about this, saying how if he were the lawyer involved in this, it'd be one thing. But no, even with that, he still has no reason to be there. But he's writing things talking about Mr. Shockett abusing the court for the sake of YouTube content. Hales abusing the court for content. Again, he's not involved in the case. I mean, this is, again, big time. But he goes in as part of this, too. And he also goes after Randy and him even having a license. So the only point in doing that, by the way, the only reason that you would try to do something like that is to prejudice the court. I mean, right here, you can see it just to make this point clear. And remember, this has not been like this. It shows you there was a letter all the way back on the 1st. Who knows how many other letters are there too? These were added on the docket. I would assume you would do that to allow the opposing counsel to know that they're doing this. This highlights that. But you can see he was saying things like, oh, well, he was attaching things about Randy, saying that Randy must have lied to get his Florida bar license. Again, he's going after his licensure and more. He's doing this behind the scenes. This is insane. Again, as an officer of the court. Yeah. So with this, as I said, we would probably see something going on with that. And yeah, it looks like we will. It looks like we are going to have an evidentiary hearing. Now, this evidentiary hearing, the fun thing about this, if the bankruptcy court is still going on, you'll notice the matters here. If you're like, hey, there's already an evidentiary hearing. It's scheduled for December the 17th. Well, you notice what this is about. The matters there. Motions for sanction. Okay. But also, see, the motions for sanction are pursuant to, you notice the date on there. Okay. So that was the old hat that was supposed to be heard. And again, if bankruptcy goes forward, which is an if, by the way, Michelle Preston, I don't know how to make this any clearer. Michelle has about 12 days now to get some stuff done, or her stuff's going to get kicked again. Michelle, Michelle, I don't know what you're doing, lady. But again, you have 12 days and then your bankruptcy is going to be closed out again. Now, I realize that the people around you, actually, there is a really good video of the bankruptcy lawyer. Oh my Lord. Yeah, there's a very good video, which, we'll talk some more about all that tomorrow, right? But just, oh my Lord, that guy, whew, baby. But he also, as part of discipline, This guy waits until the last minute to do all kinds of things. He ended up, that's why he can't file freaking paperwork right now. He ended up letting other people use his e-filing, which is a big no-no. That blew back on him. If you go by the times and the dates on when he's supposed to do educational classes on that stuff, he waited till the very, very last second with some of that. And some of it's questionable too. I mean, but I feel like maybe his client isn't being told like what she's supposed to be doing there. And that's not good. But regardless, if the bankruptcy stays, then that portion right there, that it would be continued over. You know, that would be stayed. So the motion for sanctions part from 918, but the motion to strike unauthorized communications and for sanctions for unauthorized practice of law, that right there is a whole nother ball game. You were talking about some items. Again, I mean, this stuff, this is unlawful. It's not unethical. It is unlawful to do what's there. So just to make that clear, I mean, Bruce has a potentially a bad problem. Oh my God, these guys, man, all of them. They're such a mess. I don't know where they recruit from. I don't know exactly where this comes from, but my God. Now, on top of this, I'm going to finish this, but I want to make you understand something else that has come here too. We also have another filing. Damn it, did I close it? Give me 1 second. I may have to open it again. I'm like, well, I had a filing. I might have to open it again. Oh, there it is. I found it. You know that lawsuit that Larry Foreman has going on? You know, the one where Bruce went after him? Well, Larry has answered that. Huh. Isn't that interesting? So, in a minute, we'll be looking at that too. That's pretty good stuff. That's fascinating, isn't it? It's so crazy, man. All of this. We've had so much. Like I was talking about some of the stuff that had popped up. There's all kinds of craziness too. There's things that I think are happening. There's a couple of amazing things that are happening. There's something that I believe is happening that we'll probably find out about in a few days, if I'm correct. And if it is, oh my God, it is going to be absolutely hysterical. It is. It's gonna blow your socks off. But I mean, right now, you know, it's because Megan left, of course. As I've said many times, Megan used to joke. She's the one who, the funny thing is, she's the one who started the joke. You know, saying, haha, when I leave, big things go on. But I was looking at it, you know, after she said that, I started looking at things that were happening. I was like, you're right. Anytime you're away, like a lot of stuff happens. This time, though, it is insane. I have 3 pages of items that popped off on there. 3 pages. And I'm sure I forgot things. But 3 freaking pages. I keep a to-do list, you know, so I can keep up with what I go over. And there's no way, even with the weekend. I mean, we still have the stuff popping off with, by the way, if you have not watched the Jamie Johnson video, you should. Shar dropped that sucker. It's good. Again, Miyagi dropped a video calling out 2L. That thing is pretty awesome. You should watch that too. That's really funny. It's talking about the banners. On top of that too, we have had a couple of other donors come forward. Yep. People who have given money and they are not happy about things whatsoever. They've actually come forward, including one that put a whole little chunk of money into that. You know, and again, when people do that, I would encourage people. I'm not going to hit you with "I told you so." I'm not. I think that's inappropriate. I will not do that to you. But I think if you have been defrauded if you are tired of like where the barn dough, again, it's been over a year. If you're a sucker and you think that they've set for a year and somehow that's Michelle Preston's fault, you're wrong. You know, you're wrong. And the money was given for anything. It wasn't just given for framework or whatever. So if she needs permits or something, it should be part of that money. But nothing's turned over. She's making legal complaints. You know, she's making law complaints, and I think other people should too. So again, people want to reach out. I think that would be good. She posted about making complaints with law, and I think that's the right thing. She's definitely right where she's posted that stuff. So I think other people, you know, right now, but I mean, there's so much other. There's a lot more. But in that, the biggest thing again is this Bruce mess, because again, Bruce, like I said, I don't want to minimize it. Well, you know, sometimes people hype something up. They're like, oh, look at this. But there's no hype. I'm telling you, this is a bad thing that this guy did, because you think about it. He has no qualification to be practicing, doing anything whatsoever in Florida. He is not an attorney in Florida. He was fired by Preston out of Fed 1. Now, I believe he is still writing documentation for these folks. Absolutely. I would say 100% he definitely is, quote unquote, helping with it. How far this, quote unquote, help goes, well, we'll see. But we definitely know he was communicating behind the scenes. And anyone knows that's bad, but especially an officer of the law. So again, you see this December 17th. Now, you've already seen Judge Grabe. Judge Grabe is not any of these other judges. I get the feeling Judge Grabe is not going to be amused by this in any way, shape, or form. I get the feeling that Judge Grabe, he's going to understand the gravity of the situation. I also would think that this would lead, I would think there would be more that would come out of it. Bar complaint, God knows. But I mean, you think about what Bruce has done here. Again, he went out of his way behind the scenes thinking that nobody would see it. He tried to prejudice a case against the Lord. That kind of stuff. I mean, that's a problem. He ran Hales down. He ran Shockett down. On that too, you would think that kind of stuff might just work against you. And there's another federal case where this guy has been alleged to have overstepped his boundaries quite a bit, right? So, we'll see with that, man. 86 super chats, man. That is crazy. You guys, again, that is. Thank you all for the positivity with her. She was like, well, she wanted to come on. I was like, man, if you come on, like, you know, people love you guys anyway, but it's your birthday. You should come on and say hi, and people will wish you happy birthday. Nah, yeah, I was like, do you trust me? There will be thousands of people, you know, and they will wish you happy birthday, and you'll enjoy it, you know. So she was like, okay. So she came over, and you should have seen her when I showed her the super chat window, and she was like, oh my God. So again, folks, that is all hers, you know. So it'll tell me at the end of the night what the total is, and that will be hers. So whatever rolls in for the day, that's her thing, you know. I'll slice it off, and like I said, I'll know how much it is. You know, I get a thing on it. And for it, you know, with her birthday, like if there's something she wants there, it's great. Otherwise, it's the things that when she wants like books or whatever that comes up. And I may look into seeing about getting her laptop repaired. I'm going to, her and her sister jacked up her little laptop. Well, really, her little sister jacked up her laptop, but she left it out where she could get to it. So, you know, I don't know if you've had a sibling, like a little one, you know how that is. You know, you could tell she wasn't thrilled when I said both of them, but you got to police it up. I mean, if there's a little sibling, but her little sister, she was like, and she was littler then, but she saw it. She was like, ooh, she wants to be like Big Sissy so bad. So, sad times. I was like, oh no. By the way, let me show you something too. You all want to see something amazing real quick? Want to see something absolutely amazing? So I ended up getting something, okay? I've been wanting to get a hold of something like this, just a note. So here, this is these are items from Robbie. You see these two wonderful things? These are what they are selling as their crystals. That's right. These are their crystal sales. So the items, if again, if their memory, it has been a minute since all of that was picked up. And let me see. Just give me 1 second here. I'm going to make sure this is correct. Okay, there we go. All right. So the blue marble, right? That thing is being sold somewhere between $20 and $25 to people. The clear quote unquote crystal, that's somewhere between $10 and $15. So right here is about $30 to $40 of quote unquote crystals. Now, I would love someone to tell me how you're going out and mining marbles. I mean, seriously. Somebody sent me these. I'm going to go get them checked out. I'm going to see exactly what they are. I'm going to find out what their value is. I'm going to track them down and see where this garbage comes from. Because I'm telling you, holding this in my hands, thinking that somebody paid $40 freaking off of this pisses me off a little bit. Just to be, correct about it. It's crazy. Because I believe they're, you're not talking about, again, if they were making something in it or any change, but I believe, I've been to the site you can pull stuff like this off of. Somebody was not happy with their purchases, and nor were they happy with the way things went, and I ended up with it. So, and I am sure that was, by the way, what was sent. I've had enough proof to make sure that's 100%. Okay. So let's cover this other wonderful document here. Now, this item right here, this is if you missed out, Larry decided that he would be so great at freaking covering things on YouTube that he would attract an idiot into his orbit. No, I'm just kidding. Larry's a good guy. Larry, unfortunately, he tries to be nice to people. He was kind of nice to OBBB, was offering him to let him on the show. He changed his mind. And after that, BBB has been on this course of wanting to absolutely wreck him, and has tried anything. And that includes filing a lawsuit against Larry. He's trying to destroy Mr. Foreman. Now, that to me it's very disturbing to see what kind of a shoddy lawsuit was filed to. When you look at some of the things that were noted in it, I went through a handful of items that were there and pulled up items that you could utilize against and say, hey, this counters this counters that. It's like, oh my God. Well, anyway, so Larry here, he is filing his motion to dismiss off of that case, or his counsel. I don't know. Give me 1 second. Let me check something. Let me make sure that the counsel at the bottom, I'm not sure there's not an army of freaking... The last page, he's got addresses on it. Oh my God. I like this, by the way. Check this out. I like this. I've not read this filing, but I like this. I just read across it. He says, he says, Madskin himself calls abusive lawsuits like this one polymop. Well, no matter the abbreviation, slap, polymop, Madskin's claims against Foreman fell as a matter of law. So he got his polyflop in there. That's what we call polyflopping. Man, somebody needs to quote our polyflop. That's so funny, man. He used his freaking polymop. He's like, no matter what you call this garbage, it fails. Poly, what now? What the what? Yes, lurkers, if you will do me a favor today, too. If you would make a comment of a word real quick. Let's see, again, anybody out there, if you're there, even if you're lurking for just a moment, make one comment. Let's see exactly what happens. Let's see if it drives up numbers. And again, thank you all. I'm just curious if it'll pick up. But right now, today, we actually have close to 2,600 people, and that is amazing for that is showing up for a Friday night. That's crazy. So thank you all. I'm just curious if it'll drive it or if after a little while it picks up as many as it's going to. So I'm curious what it'll do. All right, now I'm going to start reading this to us. Let's get into this. So, Larry Foreman and Foreman Laws, PLLC's memorandum in support of a motion for expedited consideration. So this is, again, the title. The top portion is like just a paragraph saying this is a motion to dismiss. So I'm jumping down to show you all of the memorandum that supports it, by the way. Yeah, that's funny. So it did jump it up about 17 people just from comments. That's funny. I wonder after a certain point. Yeah, now it jumped up to 2,600. Look at that. So it jumped up 50 people. I'm telling you, it doesn't count everybody. Isn't that weird, man? All right. So Attorney Bruce Manskin filed defamation lawsuit against Larry Foreman. We're just going to call everything Larry Foreman, okay? So if it comes up, his company, his PLLC, we're gonna still just call that Larry, all right? About what Foreman said about Manskin in 3 YouTube videos. Now, Foreman's videos about Manskin are truthful, protected speech under the First Amendment, and Foreman is entitled to expedited consideration and dismissal under Kentucky's Uniform Public Expression Protection Act. That would be the act. By the way, if you look it up, that is. So there was a discussion about the SLAPP statute there. I'd never looked them up. And yes, indeed, if you look that up, oh, they they're very interesting laws. That's what you need. You need some type of SLAPP statute that is essentially a free speech statute. And it's funny, Manskin, for everything he's done, he says that it all falls under free speech. He's allowed to say and do what he has. That's what all those folks say. And meanwhile, they go after other people for speech. So, you see the hypocrisy in all of that? Again, and he'll be like, well, he talked about Jeremy Hale's laws. Well, Larry Foreman is not Jeremy Hales. I am not Jeremy Hales. Megan Fox is not Jeremy Hales. Regardless, I think he has a good case. I think Jeremy Hales has had his businesses targeted and more. I very much believe that. Whatever I believe, though, I have the right to talk about. Bruce doesn't like it. He likes to be able to run his mouth about others, but he does not like when somebody talks about his actions. He can't stand that. So, the court should dismiss Manskin's defamation, false light, and his outraged claims against Foreman with prejudice. So the background on this. For this motion to dismiss, the court assumes that the facts as alleged in Manskin's complaint and its attached exhibits are true. Manskin has sued Foreman over 3 videos Foreman posted on YouTube between March and April 2025. Now, he included 3 transcripts as Exhibit 1, 2, and 3 in the complaint. And those transcripts are, quote unquote, they're thereof for all purposes. Now, Foreman will discuss the content of the videos in the analysis of this brief. Okay. So Manskin brings claims against Foreman for defamation, false light, and outrage, intentional infliction of emotional distress. Now, in this motion, Foreman seeks expedited consideration and dismissal. And again, under the court should dismiss Manskin's claims against Foreman again with prejudice. Now, the legal standing on this. Foreman asks for dismissal under, so we go through again, the civil rule 12.02F tests the legal sufficiency of a claim. Now, the rule, quote unquote, serves to expeditiously terminate litigation, and dismissal is appropriate if a, quote, plaintiff would not be entitled to any relief under any statement of fact that could be proved in support of the claim. Now, the act is an anti-SLAPP act, or again, if you don't understand when I said SLAPP or anti-SLAPP, that would be a statute specifically designed to prohibit SLAPP. That would be lawsuits, strategic lawsuits against public participation. Now, this explains that. What is a SLAPP lawsuit? A SLAPP lawsuit is a lawsuit that is aimed at preventing citizens from exercising their political rights or punishing those who have done so. The act, it's, quote, designed to prevent SLAPP litigation that intends to silence and intimidate defendants from engaging in constitutionally protected activities. The act establishes an expedited procedure for dismissing legal actions filed in response to a party's exercise of their free speech, their right to petition, or their right to association. Now, the act is most akin to expedited motion to dismiss for failure to state a claim upon which may be granted, or a motion for summary judgment. Now, the act, it provides procedures that permit expedited consideration of already existing substantive protections. Now, Kentucky, again, you have the statutes. It permits a special motion for expedited relief to dismiss with prejudice a cause of action. Once a defendant moves for dismissal under the act, the court shall hear a motion under this no later than 60 days after the filing of the motion. Okay, so you see, once you do that, no later than 60 days, they shall hear a motion under that. Once a party moves to dismiss under the act, the only lawful, where is that? There it is. I missed that right there. Actually, I didn't see the footnote there. Rather than, again, using SLAPP abbreviation, Manskin calls all of his stuff. Look at this. Instead of calling it what it is legally, instead of calling these SLAPP, he calls them polymop. He wanted to create, this is what infuriates me about Bruce, okay? Instead of Bruce calling it what it is under law, he wants to make up, because that's who Bruce is. Bruce gets to decide how the law works. That's why he may have just dug his stupid ass a freaking giant hole in another case, because Bruce knows better. Come on, Bruce, man. What's up, dude? And all these people, again, I'm careful in the way I say this. But sometimes I'm like, I feel bad in a way with Preston. Now, I'm going to predicate what I'm saying with a statement, okay? She's still responsible for all of her actions. And she did some awful stuff. But I think the level that this went to, I don't think she would have gone anywhere near this without these enablers. And I'm not talking about just the spider web. I'm talking about it would have dropped off at a certain point. The damage you see to reputation and more, she wouldn't have been able to do it on her own. Like, that's the craziest part of it. But anyway, once a party moves to dismiss under the Act, the only lawful avenue for the parties and the court to move past the motion to dismiss is through, again, the provisions on that. So the court must dismiss under the Act. Foreman is entitled to expedited consideration and dismissal. First, the Act applies to Manskin's claims and provides expedited relief for Foreman in this motion. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. I just remembered the filing that Bruce brought is so funny. His initial filing, because again, he's like, they call me Deuce, and Deuce means excrement. He's the excrement man. Why, Bruce? Why would you do this? Why wouldn't you have filed it? Imagine if your claim gets kicked to the curb that fast, and you put out a filing talking about yourself as excrement. Oh my God! Oh my Lord! Oh, that is like the biggest cell phone I've ever. You gotta, again, it was a lesson you've learned in many cases. Again, like Amber Heard put in Amber Turd. She brought that up in her own filings, and look where it went. So he did the same thing. He brought up how he's excrementy, Oh my Lord. Why would you do it? Okay, let's do this. So, first, the Act applies to Manskin's claims, provides expedited relief for Foreman in this motion. Second, Manskin fails to establish necessary elements of his claim. Foreman's statements about a public concern are subject to actual malice standard, which Manskin cannot meet. Manskin also cannot show falsity, that Foreman's statements were unprivileged or special damages. Third, Manskin's outrage claims fails under Kentucky law. The court, the outrage claim there, that is very difficult to make. Adding that on, I mean, so many people try for it. And again, look at all the times. Look at the way. It's amazing. It's like, are you kidding me? So the court should grant this motion for expedited consideration and dismissal under, again, CR 12.02F and the Act. So the Act applies and protects Foreman's speech. Now, the First Amendment to the U.S. Constitution guarantees freedom of speech, as does Section 8 of the Kentucky Constitution. The Act is codified at, they go through, where at, again. The Act applies to, quote, a cause of action asserted against a person based on the person's communication or an issue under consideration or review in a judicial proceeding. This stuff, like I said, it all makes sense, right? He has the ability to say these things. You understand the argument. He has the ability to have his own opinions. He has the freedom of speech. And the idea that what he did somehow rises to the level of maliciousness. Come on. Are you kidding me? Again, you can base this stuff on something. So it's going to make that case, like I said. The Act applies to a cause of action asserted against a person based on a person's communication or an issue under consideration or review in a judicial proceeding. The Act also applies to a cause of action asserted against a person based on a person's exercise of the freedom of speech as guaranteed by the U.S. Constitution or the Kentucky Constitution on a matter of public concern. A matter of public concern. So you see, again, they're noting. So what does the Act mean here? Okay, well, it applies to, again, drink this in. This is what they're saying. Look, what he's saying here, it qualifies as. So a cause of action asserted against a person based on a person's communication on an issue under consideration or review in a judicial proceeding. That's interesting, right? So that, and also again, It's the exercise of the right of freedom of speech on a matter of public concern. So if I'm sitting around talking about a matter of public concern, or, in Kentucky, well, that's interesting. A matter of public concern, as is noted here, is a statement or activity regarding a public official, public figure, or other person who has drawn substantial public attention due to the person's official acts, fame, notoriety, or celebrity. B, a matter of political, social, or other interest to the community. Or C, a subject of concern to the public. As many people that are interested in this very well meets the criteria for a matter of public concern. Now, again, we missed a footnote, by the way. Where's the damn footnote? The footnotes keep us, I'm like, come here, there it is, right there. So it notes under the First Amendment was discussing. It says Section 8 of the Kentucky Constitution provides, in relevant part, Section 8, freedom of speech and of the press. Every person may freely and fully speak, write, and print on any subject, being responsible for the abuse of that liberty. I get to talk about stuff. Oh no. Once a defendant shows that the plaintiff must show that the act does not apply. Now, the court must dismiss if the plaintiff fails to establish a prima facie case as to each essential element of the case of the cause of action. Or the court must dismiss if the plaintiff, quote, failed to state a cause of action upon which relief can be granted, or there is no genuine issue as to any material fact, and the moving party is entitled to judgment as a matter of law, or case, or cause of action, rather, or part of action. Now, the act applies to Manskin's claims against Foreman. First, Manskin's claims against Foreman are based on Foreman's, quote, communication on an issue under consideration or review in a judicial proceeding. That makes sense, right? He's talking about something that, again, it is under consideration or review. That makes sense. Boom. His video about Manskin's litigation conduct in a federal case are central to his complaint, to Manskin's complaint. Quote, he notes here, quote, Foreman refers to this lawsuit throughout the videos. Now, the YouTube videos central to the complaint are Foreman's communications about a federal case in which Manskin appeared as a lawyer, and specifically Manskin's pro hoc vice status and potential sanctions liability in that public case. The act therefore applies to Manskin's claims against Foreman. Second, and as an independent basis for the act's application, Manskin's claims against Foreman are based on Foreman's, quote, exercise of the right of freedom of speech as guaranteed by the U.S. Constitution, Kentucky Constitution, or matter of public concern. Foreman exercised his right to freedom of speech as guaranteed by the U.S. and the Kentucky Constitutions when he posted videos criticizing Manskin's performance as a lawyer appearing pro hoc vice in a federal case. Communications about public proceeding in public judicial forum are a matter of public concern. These same issues are issues of political, social, and other interest to the community. The act therefore applies to Manskin's claims about Foreman or against Foreman. Thus, because the act applies, Manskin must, quote, establish a prima facie case as to each element of the cause of action. He cannot do so. Moreover, as explained in the next sections, he fails to state claims for defamation, false light, and outrage, and Foreman is entitled to judgment as a matter of law on all claims. So, Foreman's statements are about a matter of public concern. Now, Manskin contends that he is a private figure. This mofo, man, I swear, he tells you he's a celebrity. He's all these things, but now he's a private figure. That's weird. That's weird. You know how many times I have found him commenting in papers about cases and other items that he's been involved in? Do you know how many times you can search his name, find him writing about this or that, where he wants attention? It's weird. He wanted to be the face of this claim, this team that was put together. He wanted to be the public face of it, and yet. So he says he's a private figure. It doesn't bob. Well, he suggests that his admitted, quote, missed court appearances and his residence in various states and nations are not a matter of public concern and do not reflect on his integrity, unquote. Now, to the contrary, Manskin's litigation conduct in a federal, you know what I love about this, by the way? When he says, oh my God, people can't talk about this. How dare they talk about it? Well, he made it part of a court case. He made it the argument. So while we're sitting around here talking about it, we actually do get to freaking dig down into every one of these subjects. Again, he has invited us into these subjects as a matter of his litigation. It's quite fascinating. So to the contrary, Manskin's litigation conduct in a federal case, matter of public concern, subject to heightened standard. And this notes, again, C, case here, to ensure that true speech on matters of public concern is not detoured, we would hold that the common law presumption that defamatory speech is false cannot stand when a plaintiff seeks damages against a media defendant for speech of public concern. Now, under, again, the act here, a matter of public concern is a, quote, statement or activity regarding a public official. Again, we went through this, but again, you can see them laid out here. So I think this helps. Public official, public figure, other person who has drawn substantial public attention due to the person's official acts, fame, notoriety, celebrity, matter of political, social, or other interest in the community, or a subject of concern to the public. He definitely hits that. He wants to, they want to be both. They want to be public figures and they want to play private figure. It's just like when he told Lynette, you know, you're a celebrity, but don't embrace it. That's because they want to be able to play. That's what they do with Hales. They're like, oh, we're just private individuals out here. They wanted the public. They wanted it. They wanted it when they raise $100,000 freaking dollars. They love it, but they don't love it when it allows people to talk about what's going on. So the public has a right to know how Manskin, a lawyer acting as an officer of the court, behaved in public court cases using public resources. Indeed, as the judge overseeing the case noted, the quantity of judicial resources that have been consumed by this case is ridiculous. That's right. It's ridiculous, baby. It is ridiculous. Oh, I need to make a note right here. Ridiculous. As explained below, Foreman's video truthfully reported about Manskin's litigation behavior in public case, including Manskin's quote-unquote dubious assertions to the judge. Now, Manskin must show that Foreman published the video with actual malice. As explained in the next sections, he cannot do so, and the court should dismiss his defamation and false light claims for failure to state a prima facie case. The court should also dismiss for Manskin's failure to state defamation and false light claims because Foreman is entitled. Judgment is a matter of law. So, C, he can't show falsity. Now, Kentucky law requires that Manskin prove the following elements for a defamation case. He must prove a false or defamatory statement concerning another, an unprivileged publication to a third party, fault amounting to at least negligence on the part of the publisher, and either actionability on the statement, irrespective of the special harm or the existence of special harm caused by the publication. Now, for false light, Manskin must allege that, quote, the false light in which the other was placed would be highly offensive to a reasonable person. This is important. This is why calling someone like a PDF file, it causes issues for these kind of people. You know, remember when you went into Fed 1 and that thing came up? That's why. You know, when you look at the statement, would this stuff be highly offensive to a reasonable person? And the publisher had knowledge of or acted in reckless disregard as to the falsity of the publicized matter and the false light in which the other was placed. Now, Manskin cannot show that any portion of the 3 YouTube videos at issue in the complaint is false. To the contrary, the videos are true, or at least substantially true, and are Foreman's opinion, dooming both the defamation and the false light claims. That's right. So the videos themselves, like he's saying here, you know, with this, the videos are at least substantially true. That means, you know, the subject matter that he's going into, that is true, what he's talking about, and the rest that he's discussing, their opinion. You know, they're stating opinion through that. Quote, the truth is a complete defense. And where the defendant is a newspaper, the rule is that it is not to be held to the exact facts or to the most minute details of the transaction it reports. When the law requires, what the law requires is that the publication be substantially true. Now also, you know, here, we have minor inaccuracies do not amount to falsity so long as the substance, the gist, the sting of the libelous charge be justified. Another, even an inaccurate statement in a news report is not defamatory if it is quote unquote substantially true or a quote unquote rational interpretation of known facts. Now, the rational interpretation test allows an author an interpretive license that is necessary when relying upon ambiguous sources, so long as the report does not purport to be a verbatim recitation of a speaker's statement. Again, here, if a defendant can show that the alleged defamatory statements were true or substantially true, then the cause of action will fail. Now, as explained below, the 3 videos are true or substantially true, and he cannot show falsity for defamation or false lie. So, Manskin cannot show falsity for video 1. Now, first, take the March 27th video. We need to go through all of these. Let me write this down, too. I need to review all of Larry's videos on Mr. Manskin, by the way. I mean, now I must go through and remember what they are about, because this is a matter of public concern or interest, and I must go through and see exactly what is stated there and remind myself. That sounds fair. Let's see. Foreman's, I'm writing a note. Foreman's 3 videos on Bruce Manskin. Let's see. Number 1 is March 27th. I'm making notes as we go along. I'll have to write them down for myself. This is he challenges the title of the video. Florida attorney faces disbarment for shocking actions, because Manskin states that he's not a Florida attorney. What a dipshit. Hey, did you forget that you're not a Florida attorney, by the way, idiot, while you were interfering with the case? You seem to remember that when you want to sue somebody. Did you forget that little tidbit when you were deciding to interfere in something? I think this should be brought up when you have problems with your actions. I'm sorry, I get laughing there. He writes these stupid emails. He can remember when he's not a freaking attorney. When somebody talks about, oh my God, look at that. Oh my God, that's false. But he can't remember that when he's interfering in cases. And he's an officer of the freaking court. He knows better. Maybe somebody should quote his own lawsuit to it.
and say, well, as you'll remember, Bruce, you're a quote unquote not a Florida attorney. Bam. Now, it's not remotely defamatory to call someone a Florida attorney when that person holds a law license in a different state. That's right. He was this moron is practicing pro hoc vitae in this case. So he has been admitted there. So to say that he is a Florida attorney, oh my God, that is so stupid. That is so stupid. So a statement that is false but not defamatory is not actionable. A statement that is true is not actionable, even if defamatory. Now, Manskin alleges that he is not facing disbarment over the issue, nor was he at any time. But he ignores the substance of what Foreman truthfully reported to his YouTube audience. The Manskin's pro hoc vitae admission in the Florida federal case was on the line because Manskin's litigation behavior in that case. That's right. He was acting like a freaking clown. That is absolutely right. On March 13th, 2025, the plaintiff in the federal case, Jeremy Hales, moved for sanctions against Manskin, the defendant's lawyer. Hales, quote, requested this court issue sanctions against Mr. Manskin, praying that these sanctions will not be light. I almost said hold light, be light, and that they include revocation of the pro hoc vitae status, monetary penalties, judicial default, dismissal of counterclaims, and disciplinary proceedings. The next day, the judge issued a show cause order to Manskin, ordering in relevant part, quote, that plaintiff has filed a motion for sanctions. The motion alleges that Manskin is engaged in unprofessional conduct. The court has ordered Manskin to respond by a certain date. As part of that response, he should show why the court should not revoke his privilege for pro hoc vitae status that has been granted to him. A hearing, again, it would be held there, blah, 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 blah. Now, you remember when that happened, right? Indeed, the court order included the following footnote. Also, for Expedia, there's no significant difference in flight options or costs, Boston to Pensacola or Boston to Gainesville. Now, in video 1, Foreman simply told his YouTube audience about Hale's motion for sanctions and the court show cause order. In video 1, Foreman specifically quoted the relief Hale sought in the motion, quote, sanctions, and they include revocation of pro hoc vitae status. Now, Foreman also truthfully said, you're looking at disbarment in Florida on this case. Your pro hoc vitae is at risk of you being revoked because of your continuous stupidity and abhorrent behavior. I love that gets worked in here, too. So it is true that Manskin's pro hoc vitae status was, quote unquote, at risk of being revoked because Hales asked for that sanction and because the judge issued a show cause order warning Manskin that his pro hoc vitae status was at risk. Pro hoc vitae admission is a privilege. It's not a right. That's right, jackass. In here, again, this is talking about Florida local rules. An attorney who is a member in good standing of the bar of a jurisdiction when the attorney resides on regularly practices law may file a motion in a case for leave to appear pro hoc vitae, or as Foreman accurately defined it, pro hoc vitae is a fancy word for I don't have a license to practice here. Do you all mind if I pay a fee or you allow me to practice law in your jurisdiction on this one case? That's a beautiful way of saying it. You know, hey, for a fee, can I come in here and can I practice law? That's beautiful. That actually is what that means. Man, I love you guys. I tell you, this stuff has been so crazy. You know, I talked the ear off a few of my real life people I know about this case. I'm like, you cannot believe what some of this stuff comes up. And I love the fact that you guys, you keep up with this so we can talk about it. We can keep it. I mean, again, it's a matter of public interest. That's the whole thing with this. He's like, I'm just a private person. No, jackass. You said, remember when Bruce talked about how he wanted this to get big enough that he could bring in extra lawyers. They were going to have staffing and more. Again, I'm not quoting. I'm paraphrasing statements. But in now removed live streams, he talked about these big dreams that he had when he entered. So he talked about the celebrity he wanted to maintain. But then when he gets celebrity, people aren't, lapping up his every footstep. They're not like, oh, let me kiss his footsteps as he walks around. He gets butthurt. What a moron. So revoking a lawyer's pro hoc vice status is the functional equivalent of disbarring that lawyer from practicing in that court. That is true. Quote, when an attorney abuses the privilege of appearing pro hoc vice, the district court may revoke that privilege as a sanction for misconduct. Foreman's statement in video 1 that the court could revoke Manskin's privilege to practice in that case were true or substantially true. Now, Manskin also takes issue with Foreman's prediction that Manskin might, quote, join forces with disbarred lawyers who are convicted felons. Why? Is it because birds of a feather? I don't know. I can't help but wonder. We all can't help but wonder. More scumbag stuff. Again, emphasis removed on that. Again, that statement is true or substantially true. Elsewhere, Manskin admits his association with a man who has been convicted of felonies. Now, this was talking about the order that was up here, by the way. I missed that. So you can see where they were talking about fees, and everything with this. We'll read it real quick, but this is talking about in that order. The judge overseeing the case commented that Manskin did not want to incur the cost and spend time to travel to Florida for the court appearance. Then he should not have entered the case. Lawyers have to regularly, they from across the country regularly appear before a court. And when the court sets a hearing, those lawyers get on a plane and they attend. That is part of the deal. So if he didn't want to be part of it, then he shouldn't have freaking joined it. That's right. But talking about his felon buddies here, thereby admitting his association with someone with a criminal record. It is not false for Foreman to wonder whether Manskin admitted association with convicted felons meant that Manskin might also engage in criminal activity. Do you want him to bring up? Do you want paint chips brought into this, Bruce? Because again, like I said, I wrote you and told you all about the guy. And your response to that was, you were sharing their articles. I wrote you one-on-one when you shared that, and you made sure to bring in your little felonious pal and the other scumbag that's with him. You made sure that you brought them in because you hoped that they would be some kind of deterrent, if they would be scumbaggy enough that a person like myself would drop off. The only problem is that I was checking my pocket. It was strange the other day. I was rooting around in all of my pockets, and guess what I found? I found 0 Fs to give. That's right. Couldn't find any. Couldn't find one. So, I'm still around. Anyway, let's continue. Oh, Lord. What a moron, man. This guy. But, altogether, his statements in video 1, again, true, substantially true. It's a problem there. Now, next, there's the April 9th video. I need to write this one down, too. Give me a second. So, number 2 is the April 9th video. Okay. Manskin alleges that Foreman begins by alleging that Manskin has been arrested by a federal court. This is false. At no point in the video did Foreman use the phrase arrested by a federal court judge. Nor did Foreman suggest that Manskin had been arrested. Those words had been, appeared nowhere in the video. Foreman's statement in video 2 were true, substantially true. Video 2 was recorded on April 3rd, uploaded April 9th. Before that, on March 27th, the judge issued an order which provides in relevant part, the court is tired of both attorneys in this case, clogging the docket with unnecessary, duplicative, and meritless filings. The quantity of judicial resources that have been consumed by this case is ridiculous. This simple, one plaintiff, two defendant defamation case has 117 docket entries, and discovery has not even been completed yet. The court hereby notifies counsel that at the hearing previously scheduled for April 3rd, the court will also be addressing whether both attorneys should be sanctioned for their continual abuse of the judicial process and unprofessional litigation conduct. The unprofessionalism of both lawyers in this case surpasses anything that the undersigned has seen before. Whether counsel for both parties show up for the hearing, they must, or rather when, not whether, I said whether, because Bruce didn't show up, but when, rather, they must bring their checkbooks. Indeed, the court probably should have issued sanctions earlier in the case, but the court does not like to issue sanctions, believing that lawyers behave appropriately after being warned. Thus, the court has tried to cajole compliance with the rules in other ways and has been patient with counsel. Give me 1 second. 1 minute. That obviously has not worked. Instead, the attorneys in this case have taken advantage of the court's patience and abused the judicial process. No more. Now, in video 2, Foreman discusses the judge's April 4th order in the federal case, which stated, hey, give me 1 second. I hear something. 1 minute. Let me see what this is. One minute. Okay, I thought I heard something. I was like, is that a kid? Okay. So, Foreman discusses the judge's April 4th order, federal case, which said this matter was scheduled for show cause hearing on April 3rd, 2025. Prior to the hearing, the court notified counsel for both parties that the following issues would be addressed at the hearing. Plaintiff's motion for sanctions, whether Manskin's pro hoc vice status would be revoked, and whether the counsel for both parties should be sanctioned. Now, paradoxically, Manskin failed to appear at the hearing that was scheduled in part for him to explain why he should not be sanctioned for his unprofessional conduct. Yes, and this judge has sat on his hands and done nothing, by the way. Absolutely nothing. So ridiculous. The hearing was noticed March 14th, 2025. Manskin was clearly aware of his obligation to attend the hearing. Indeed, the day before the hearing, Manskin filed a notice informing the court of his decision not to attend. The court issued an order shortly thereafter, making clear that the hearing would go forward and that Manskin would be expected to attend. Less than an hour before the hearing, Manskin filed a notice of withdrawal as counsel. The mere filing of that notice, of course, did not relieve him of his obligation to appear. Nonetheless, he failed to appear. That's right. As mentioned above, he failed to appear. The court hereby orders that he show cause, why the court should not exercise its inherent authority, and sanction him for failing to appear. Now, video 2 was uploaded. Again, I cannot believe. Like, he was basically like, screw you, judge. Screw you, belief, though. That's what he did. But just like all these other people. Like, what happens? Nada. Nothing whatsoever. He does nothing about it. It's like some clown car stuff. It kills me. Hey, I'm going to have a raider. It's probably going to be birthday girl. That's cool. I got to get up for just a second anyway. Hey, kiddo, is that you?
Yep.
Hey, can you hold this down for just a second? I'm going to let my co-host take over for just a minute as I get up. I got to do something real fast. You want to take over for just a minute?
Sure.
All right. Here. Let's see. You can see I'm going to turn off the filing there, and you can look all the super chat. Hey, 103 super chats today.
Oh my god.
People are giving you love. Oh my god, I can't get it.
Oh.
Here, you can sit down for just a second. I'll be right back. Here, grab something. Speak.
Okay, guys. I don't know what I'm doing here because I haven't live streamed in 5 million years. But I gotta bear through. Let me take my headphones off and put these on so I can hear what I'm saying. Okay, so it's May. I have no idea what I'm doing right now, but I'm just going to talk about my interests. So, I think robots are really cool.
I'm coming back.
But if you
stand in
do
for
it
me.
wrong, you can't write it good. Dystopian futures are honestly awesome, but that's if you write them correctly. For one, write them good. Don't yank these on my head.
I'm not yanking them off. I'm trying to make sure they come off without you getting caught on there. There you go. I'm trying to make sure the cord didn't get caught on the thing, because if it does, it will yank your head around and it hurts. You know. Thank you. I had to take a momentary break.
About.
That's okay. I just needed somebody to stand in for me for just a second. Thank you. Since you popped up, I appreciate it. Thank you. Oh yeah, it's cute.
He has arrived.
We need to take pictures of all these. You know. Oh, that's cute, man. I like him. We need to take pictures of all your creations. You know, show people.
Yeah, I had to smooth down his head and give him a lobotomy because his head's just too big. All
right, we will continue. Thank you. I had my co-host stand in again. I had to get up for a second. She definitely helped me out there too. Thank you, kiddo. I appreciate that. Give her a round of applause. You know, man. Let's continue now. Like I said, I appreciate her doing that. I had to get up for a second. So happens every now and then, especially if I've been out all day. Ugh. It's rough on me. So like I said, thank you. And thank you, folks. It took me a second there. You know? She did fine. I told her, she was like, I don't know what to talk about. I was like, well, I just threw you into the microphone. So, you know, that's my bad. But like I said, I had to get up for a minute. So her birthday, man. You know, I was looking at pictures. My picture on Twitter is from 2019. She's so tiny in that picture. You know, she's it's amazing. We've been doing this for a while now. All right, so let's continue here. So our video 2 was uploaded April 9th, 2025. But as Foreman explained in video 2, he recorded it on April 8th, the day before Manskin's April 9th deadline for filing a show cause for why the judge should not sanction him for failing to show at the March show cause hearing. He notes, quote, so that is tomorrow as of the recording of this video. This is being recorded on April the 8th and April the 9th at 5 p.m. Central is the deadline. So Foreman offers a prediction for what might happen at Manskin files a response he files a response to the show cause order that would be subject to sanctions or even contempt of court. He notes, quote, you're going to have a hearing date set as to why you should not be held in contempt of court. And this is exactly what he says here. Let's look at it. Quote, this Friday, April the 11th, you're probably going to get one of the most unique and crazy orders for sanctions that we ever have seen. Your matter is going to be referred to a district judge in Gainesville. It's going to be referred to the Connecticut and Massachusetts Bar Associations, as well as Federal Bar Association, Northern District of Florida, and then all other potential applications in federal court are going to be tainted because in order to get admitted, you must have a certificate of good standing, and you're going to lose that privilege. It's amazing, by the way. You know, this is an expectation from a lawyer. And look what Belitho does. He does nothing yet. He's done nothing. This guy, again, he thumbed it. And you know why he keeps doing crazy stuff? Because nobody does anything to this dude. Like, that's why. I mean, you have him, he tells a federal judge, basically, F you, I'm not coming in. Dude's like, come in. And he's like, nah. And then he's like, I'm out of here. By the way, he didn't leave the case himself voluntarily. According to that, the clients got rid of him. That's his explanation. So, but if you're not in good standing and not be able to get admitted. You're going to have to disclose that, and failure to disclose that is another violation. I mean, you see how the tornado of violations starts stacking upon itself so quickly. And here's the beautiful part. You're going to have a hearing date set as to why you should not be held in contempt of court. Do you know what contempt of court is? It's exactly what it sounds like. Judge angry. You come. You explain why you no come when I tell you to come. If you no come to that one, you'll make national headlines, Deuce. You'll be the first lawyer since Alex Murdaugh to make it national news because a federal marshal is going to come to your home and they're going to arrest you. It's going to take a lot for a lawyer to get arrested for something so basic and stupid. All you have to do is show up, man, and you can't even do that. Yeah, indeed. He should have shown up. It's crazy. He's still, I mean, again, he shirked the authority of the court, and this court, as spineless as they have been, did nothing about it. It just blows my mind. Will they do something? Who knows? But my God, the more time that passes, the more, again, this guy takes that as an object lesson. It's just like paint chips. You know, paint chips, his behavior snowballs and snowballs and snowballs because he's told that a felon can do whatever the F they want out there. It's craziness, man. It's craziness. So in other words, Foreman truthfully explained Manskin could face civil contempt for violating a court order to appear in person for a show cause hearing. Manskin himself acknowledged the potential for arrest and indeed his fear of arrest. Before he chose not to appear in person, Manskin filed a motion detailing his fear of arrest if he appeared in front of the judge. He wrote, quote, considering the magistrate's prior threat of arrest and arbitrary orders disproportionately burdensome, costly, and prejudicial to the defendants, together with the tone, content orders 97, 98, and 118, the undersigned legitimately fears being arrested if he attempts to zealously defend himself against the plaintiff's motion, Rule 11 sanctions, or the revocation of pro hoc vice status. Now, the next day, Manskin repeated his alleged fear of arrest. Quote, the undersigned legitimately fears for his freedom and safety and so cannot attend. The judge denied his motion to attend remotely the next day. The judge wrote, the court would be remiss if it did not address defendant's counsel's claim that he fears being arrested if he attends the hearing tomorrow. Absurd. The judge also expressed his doubts about the truthfulness of Manskin's newfound scheduling conflicts. He said, the hearing in this case was noticed nearly 3 weeks ago. Thus, Manskin has had sufficient time for travel arrangements. Moreover, Manskin has ample time to file a motion seeking a continuance of a hearing if there was a true scheduling conflict. Instead, he waited until the 11th hour to allege quite dubiously that he had a scheduling order. That is fact. That despite this fact, and since March 14th, 2025, Manskin has filed plenty of other documents. So Manskin persisted in his effort to avoid having to appear in person before the judge. Manskin filed a notice of withdrawal, quote, less than an hour before the hearing was scheduled to begin. Where have we seen this behavior, by the way? You want to know why they continue to file things late and don't show up for things? Because, again, they haven't done something about it. You see, again, he files something less than an hour before and he doesn't show up. Again, you see why it's a problem. Thus, when Foreman expressed his doubt in video 2 about the truthfulness of Manskin's notice of withdrawal, he was simply relaying the doubt the judge overseeing the case already expressed. Quote, Manskin's quite dubiously alleged a scheduling conflict at the 11th hour. Now, it notes here, too, nor was this Manskin's first dubious assertion to the court in a court filing. On January the 14th, he had filed an asserting that the plaintiff counsel adamantly refuses any phone communication, noting But in a report filed on the 22nd, Manskin wrote that on January 9th, counsel had conferred on the phone over 90 minutes. So you see how this stuff kind of runs into you. You know, even though he thinks it's all been buried, there's nothing else there. Yeah. So the power to punish for contempt is inherent in all courts. Civil contempt sanctions are those penalties designed to compel future compliance with a court order, are considered to be coercive and avoidable through obedience, and thus may be imposed in ordinary civil procedure upon notice and opportunity to be heard. Good gone. Paradigmatic coercive civil contempt sanctions involve confining contemptor indefinitely until he complies with affirmative command. Now, Foreman accurately described a potential consequence, civil contempt, that Manskin faced after he violated a court order to appear at a show cause hearing. At no point did Manskin say that did Foreman say that Manskin had been arrested, rather, but he accurately forecast the possibility that he could be arrested, which again, like he notes here, Manskin repeatedly told the court his own fear of arrest. So yeah, how can you be like, oh, he said I'm arrested? No, he didn't say you had been, but he said you could be. Video 2 also accurately explained other potential consequences Manskin could face. Potential consequences included referral to the district judge in Gainesville, referral to the Connecticut, Massachusetts Bar Association, Federal Bar Association, Northern District of Florida. Indeed, Manskin had publicly complained about his previous experience facing discipline in Connecticut. Quote, whether acting in concert or not, these three people have railroaded me into a baseless disciplinary matter for the last 18 months. It has been a source of stress, distraction, expense, fear of my livelihood, and time taken away from practice, clients in law. I await my disciplinary hearing. That again, that's Bruce here with Inside Investigator. Now, Foreman also accurately explained that if Manskin was sanctioned, quote, all your other potential applications in federal court are going to be tainted because in order to get admitted, you have to have a certificate in good standing. You're going to lose that privilege. If you're not in good standing, you may not be able to get admitted. You're going to have to disclose that. Failure to disclose is another violation. Now, Manskin suggested that these things never happened, and that's true. He tries to he tries to say, well, none of this happened. Well, it's a discussion over potentials, and something should happen, by the way. It's insane. It's still sitting. And he's noted that completely misses the mark in saying that. As Foreman accurately predicted, these potential consequences could have happened. Altogether, Foreman's statement in the second video, it's true or substantially true. Manskin cannot show his falsity element. So you can't call it false when, again, he's talking about potential. Now, finally, there is an April 17th video. Let me mark that for myself, too. April 7/12. Okay. Now, Manskin alleges in video 3, Foreman said that, quote, Manskin had fled or would imminently flee the country to evade justice, and then would now reside in his wife's home country, Armenia. Manskin alleges without elaboration, every single assertion in this video is fabrication. And to the contrary, Foreman's statements in video 3 are true or substantially true. Video 3 was recorded on April 15th. Foreman discusses Manskin's response to the court show cause order, judge's decision to permit Manskin's withdrawal. Quote, the judge issued a show cause order. Deuce replied to show cause order. Should I just replace that? I'm sorry. Excrement decided that, I mean, that's what he said it stands for, right? So we should just skip the deuce part and just call it excrement, right? Excrement decided, that sounds so nice, to show cause order. And after he replied to the show cause order, the judge said, I am allowing you, excrement, to withdraw, but I'm still keeping you, excrement, on as counsel because I'm staying in this case for 30 days so they can find a new lawyer. Michelle and John at the same time, or unless they're going to present themselves pro se. At the same time, I'm still working on the motion for sanctions. What? I'm still working on the motion for sanctions? This dude's about to rip Deuce in half. I'm sorry, excrement in half. Gross. Maybe that's why he didn't want to rip him in half. He was thinking, what would happen if I ripped excrement in half? Folks, I'm not exaggerating when I say this. When a federal judge is telling you, I'm not done with you yet, and not only I need more time because of how serious and egregious your violation is, directly ignoring a court order, you're not skating by from this one. He better not, like I said. If he does, dude, then all this judge has done is blow smoke. Again, we have to have the case on for something to happen. But my God, dude. So he's got a judge coming down on him. He's got sanctions that Stark is going to throw him under the bus at that hearing, which at the time of this video premieres will happen yesterday. Now, Foreman's statement that the judge was coming down on Manskin is substantially true. On April 14th, the judge, federal court proceedings, granted Manskin's motion to withdraw, but at the same time said, we'll reserve jurisdiction to decide the issue of sanctions against Mr. Manskin. Now, the order reflected the judge's ongoing frustration with Manskin and Foreman's truthful reporting that it reflected how serious the potential for sanctions against Manskin was even after he withdrew. Foreman's prediction in video 3 that Manskin may in the future have flee the country is rhetorical hyperbole. Rhetorical hyperbole is non-actionable. It's a statement which is considered rhetorical hyperbole, vigorous epithet, and loose figurative or hyperbolic language merits protection. Excuse me. Sorry. Suggestion that someone may have to flee the country after the potential revocation of their pro hoc vice status is protected rhetorical hyperbole. Indeed, Manskin himself detailed his fear of arrest as a reason he could not attend the show cause hearing in person. Manskin cannot demonstrate falsity for Foreman's predictions and desire for what may happen to Manskin in the future, not defamatory. Throughout video 3, Foreman expresses his predictions and desires for what will happen to Manskin. For example, Foreman predicts, let me predict the future. Oh, he says, predict the future. This is what's going to happen. Excrement is going to have an outstanding warrant for his arrest in the United States of America, and it's going to be either Judge Bolitho or a district judge over there in Gainesville issuing for failure to appear. This is going to have a suspension or disbarment of his license in Connecticut. It's going to lead to the proceedings in the future, which may lead to him losing his license, ability to practice law. It will either be suspended. Again, he's saying in the future. He's saying, I'm predicting the future, So, and he's saying cowards run. So, he's noting after continuous failures, he may run because that's what cowards do. They run when things get hot and heavy. And he's going to go to Europe. He's going to continue, try to do his scams from there. Now, predictions about the future are not actionable. It is, quote, well settled in the law of slander that words which only imply a purpose or intention on the part of the person spoken of to commit a crime or to describe him as possessing a disposition or as wanting in qualities which would permit him to commit a crime or amount to a charge that, if the opportunity offers, he would commit a crime, are not actionable, or not per se actionable, rather. And again, you'll notice here, quote, prediction about possible future events is not factual and hence cannot be defamatory. That's interesting. He's butthurt, yes, indeed. The defamation and false lie claims fail. Falsity element. The court should dismiss both claims for Manskin's failure to establish a prima facie case on the falsity element. The court should also dismiss for Manskin's failure to state defamation and false light claims, and because Foreman is entitled to judgment as a matter of law. Now, again, his statements are privileged. Manskin cannot demonstrate for any statement made in these 3 videos or demonstrate falsity. He cannot also, he claims rather, false because he cannot show that Foreman made an unprivileged publication to a third party. Foreman's statements are privileged opinion and absolutely protected by the judicial statement's privilege. Again, it talks about privileged opinion. Foreman's remaining statements in the video are pure opinion. Pure opinion occurs when the maker of the comment states the facts on which he bases his opinion of the plaintiff and then expresses a comment as to the plaintiff's conduct, qualifications, or character. Quote, a statement consisting of pure opinion is absolutely protected. Pure opinion is absolutely protected. Affirming dismissal of defamation and false light claims based on statements that were, quote unquote, commentary involving non-actionable expressions of opinion. Now, Foreman's opinion about Manskin's, quote, continuous stupidity and poor behavior cannot serve as a basis for liability, nor can Foreman other opinion about Manskin. Manskin takes issue with Foreman's statements that excrement, anytime things start going south, he escapes. Why? Because that's what cowards do. That's what people who have no spine, no testicles do. I love that there is a document talking about how Bruce Manskin is not only excrement, but he has no testicles. Look at that. I mean, seriously, this is what this lawsuit gets him. It gets quotes, and these quotes talk about how the Manskin, he has no testicles. He's going to be like Larry Foreman. He quoted something talking about how I do not have testes. The Urban Dictionary. Oh my God. Excrementi, no testaliki. What is going on, man? I don't even know what to say. Man, of course, that's what I'm talking about. Despite being ordered to appear in person in Florida, Manskin chose not to appear, quote, to explain why he should not be sanctioned for his unprofessional conduct. Foreman's opinion that Manskin oh my God, this is still hitting me. Okay, give me a second. Just give me 1 minute. God. Oh my God, I thought, oh my God. We already have a filing talking about how his nickname means excrements. And now this talks about him being a coward, lacking his spine and testicles. I got a little tear in my eye. It's hurting me. Okay, here we go. Foreman's choice to call Manskin do. Oh God, I can't do this part right. I can't read this shit. Shit. Oh my God, I just now got back. This is going to be about Deuce. God, damn you, Larry. Oh my God. Oh my God, Larry. Monster. I'm suing you, Larry. Okay. I am going to sue Larry Foreman for disrupting my live stream. Oh my God, here we go. All right, I got it. Oh, God, I'll tell you, if I can see, I gotta wipe the tears out of my eyes. And they're literally tearing up. Okay, here we go. Foreman's choice to go Manskin Deuce throughout the video is not actionable either. Manskin's complaint takes issue with Foreman's use of the word deuce as calling Manskin a term for excrements. Holy God. Holy God, this is real. Oh my God. How is this real? Oh my God, these cases are amazing. This is why I never will quit these cases. Oh Lord help me. Larry's trying to kill me. He's hired an assassin. He's hired a literary assassin. He's trying to kill me. Okay. Oh, I can do it. Okay, here we go. Here again, the use of the word deuce is absolutely protected. Seeing another case here where the word thug may have been hyperbolic or vulgar, but is not actual defamation, as it is not based on improvably false facts. It's not provably false. You are excrement, sir. Also, it's that also loose, figurative, loose, loose. That's not a good word with excrement. Figuratively or hyperbolic language are constitutionally protected, and statements labeling another person as racist or rhetorical hyperbole. Okay, altogether, Foreman's statements in the 3 videos are pure opinion, which are absolutely protected. Yes, you can call somebody excrement, by the way. You absolutely can. Otherwise, people would be sued all the time for calling people vulgarities, you know. So you can call a person, even if they don't like it, you know. You can call them all kinds of wonderful things. Manskin has failed to establish a prima facie case for the defamation and false light claims because they are based on privileged opinion. The court should also dismiss for Manskin's failure to state claims for defamation and false light because Foreman is entitled to judgment as a matter of law. Now, Larry Foreman's statements are privileged under judicial statements privilege. Now, beyond the absolute privilege protecting Foreman's opinion, the judicial statements privilege also protects Foreman's statements in all 3 videos. Under that privilege, quote, statements in judicial proceedings are absolutely privileged when material, pertinent, and relevant to the subject under inquiry, though it is claimed that they are false and alleged with malice. The privilege protects, quote, written statements in pleadings as well as statements of witnesses in judicial proceedings. So you see, when we're covering court cases, when we're talking about this stuff, we are absolutely allowed to talk about it, to state those. And you can't say, hey, when we're going over this stuff, you're defaming me. And again, remember, Bruce has further invited, if they continue with this, Bruce is going to run into the brick wall if he continued to invite people to cover this. He begged for coverage. And when he got it, he didn't like it anymore. But he wrote his open letter to Foreman telling him he absolutely could not damage him and all kinds of other stupid too. So, I mean, my God. So the privilege protects written statements in pleadings, as well as statements of witnesses in judicial proceedings. The judicial statements privilege ensures the free and unfettered administration of justice in judicial proceedings. It also notes, quote, statutory privilege for reports about government proceedings, including judicial proceedings. As discussed in previous sections, Foreman's statements in the 3 videos are about federal court case and specifically Manskin's performance as a lawyer in the case. Manskin even admits that Foreman's statements are about the lawsuit. Quote, Foreman refers to this lawsuit throughout the videos. Whoopsie. Foreman's opinions about what happens are absolutely protected under the judicial statements privilege. Now, in sum, Foreman's statements in the 3 videos are absolutely privileged under the judicial statements privilege. Manskin has failed to establish a prima facie case for defamation, false light claims, because they're based on statements protected by absolute judicial statements privilege. The court should also dismiss for failure Manskin's failure to state claim for defamation and false light because Foreman is entitled to judgment as a matter of law. Now, also, Manskin cannot show special harm. Now, Manskin's defamation and false light claims fail because he cannot show falsity on what Foreman's statements were unprivileged. The claim also fails because Manskin cannot state cannot show rather that Foreman's statements caused him special harm. Now, for damages, Manskin alleges that Foreman's statements, quote, amounted to a false allegation of law breaking, and because they reflected on plaintiff's competency as a lawyer or attorney, rather, the statements are per se defamatory. Now, as discussed in previous sections, Foreman's statements about Manskin were true, substantially true, and were also protected rhetorical hyperbole and opinion. Foreman truthfully informed his audience about sanctions liability Manskin faced in Florida federal proceedings, and that Manskin faced potential revocation of his pro hoc vice admission. Manskin cannot recover from those truthful statements. In addition to truth, Manskin cannot prove that he suffered any special harm. Manskin asserts that Foreman's statements are defamatory per se. Kentucky law requires a plaintiff pursuing defamation per se theory to present evidence showing that the statements subjected them to public hatred, contempt, or ridicule. The Court of Appeals has rejected a defamation per se theory that, quote, recovery is permitted without special proof of damages because injury to plaintiff's reputation is conclusively presumed. Now, Manskin alleges that he, quote, suffered straightable damages in terms of additional damages, including pain and suffering and the cost associated with avoiding Foreman's followers. Defendants' statements are therefore defamatory as well, and extrinsic facts can prove money damages. That's interesting. So by that same thing, if he tries to play that with other folks, we can then turn around and say the same thing, because Manskin, when he appeared on all these other shows and he was guaranteeing these others, man, he whipped up a mob to come and attack us all. Is that how it is? Is that what he's saying? Because that's what an idiot. So damages for pain and suffering are plaintiff who have suffered physical injury. Damages for pain and suffering may be awarded, however, at intervals of consciousness or conscious for a short time before death. Pain and suffering damages are not available to a defamation plaintiff. Nor can Manskin recover for costs associated with avoiding Foreman's followers. There's zero allegation in the complaint that Foreman directed his followers to contact Manskin or anyone in his family, or that Foreman controls any of these third parties. Yes, that is indeed true. That's why a million times on my show, I tell you, do not contact people. Do not contact anyone associated with what we talk about, or any entities, governmental or otherwise. And I don't control anybody. Ultimately, I cannot control the actions of other people, because really, at the end of the day, I assume all of you people are great people, but I also assume that weirdos out there in the anti-Hales regime, they would resort to doing things like pretending they were followers and then creating false statements so they could pretend that they were attacked by people. I would not put that past them. And, they also consider it terrible. Again, if you're not jumping up and down and saying they're the best thing since sliced bread, apparently you're some kind of monster and you're harassing them. So, these alleged acts, Foreman does not, it is zero allegation, third parties, these alleged acts of those Foreman does not control, cannot form the basis of any defamation liability against Foreman. Manskin alleged damages, quote, are speculative at best, and speculative damages cannot be recovered. The court should dismiss the defamation and false light claims for Manskin's failure to, quote unquote, establish a prima facie case on the damage element of the case. The court should also dismiss for failure to state claims for defamation or false light, because Foreman is entitled to judgment as a matter of law. Also, Manskin cannot recover for alleged violations of the rules of professional conduct. Manskin accuses Foreman of violating the rules of professional conduct. Quote, these videos appear to be undisclosed and unethical advertisements for legal services by defendant firm. These videos are the words of both defendants. Now, again, it goes through law. This is just law out. I'm not going to read through all of that because it goes through what SCR. Again, it tells you about that. But you right here, if you want to freeze on it, I will leave it long enough. I'll give you 5, 4, 3, 2, and a 1. Oh, excrementy. Gross. Okay, let's continue. Manskin does not explain how Foreman's videos allegedly violate either rule, nor could he, because his videos comply with Rule 7. 7.10, 7.205, as well as other rules of professional conduct. But even if Manskin had alleged a violation, the rules of professional conduct do not create a private cause of action. Again, it explains in the preamble, the violation of a rule should not itself give rise to a cause of action against a lawyer, nor should it create any presumption in such a case that as a legal duty has been breached. Notes, they are not designed to be a basis for civil liability. Oh, that's interesting. Manskin cannot recover a tort from foreman for an alleged violation of the rules of professional conduct. The court should dismiss the defamation and false light claims for Manskin's failure to establish a prima facie case. The court should also dismiss Manskin's failure to state claims. 1 second. I'm going to see if somebody wants to read super chats with me a little bit. The court should also dismiss Manskin's failure to state claims for defamation, false light, and because foreman is entitled to judgment as a matter of law. See, you want to read super chats with me in about 10 minutes. Let's see. I'm asking her if she wants to. Finally, Manskin's his IED claim, it fails as a matter of law. The conduct alleged is not intentional or outrageous as a matter of law. Moreover, Manskin has not pleaded causal connection between foreman's conduct or that Manskin has suffered severe emotional distress. The elements are. So it goes through the elements here. The wrongdoer's conduct must be intentional or reckless. The conduct must be outrageous, intolerable, and that it offends against the generally accepted standards of decency and morality. There must be a casual connection between the wrongdoer's conduct and the emotional stress. And the emotional stress, it must be severe. Okay, give me a second. Be like 10 minutes or so. Okay. All right, she said sure. So, liability for that, again, exists only where the conduct has been so outrageous in character, so extreme in degree, as to go beyond all bounds of decency and to be regarded as atrocious, utterly intolerable in civilized community. Notice that description there. Major outrage is essential to the tort, and mere fact that an actor knows that the other will regard the conduct as insulting or will have his feelings hurt is not enough. So if you're insulting or it hurts your fifis, that doesn't matter, right? That also, it's not available for petty insults, like being called excrement, unkind words, or minor indignities, nor does it compensate for behavior that's cold, callous, or lacking sensitivity. Rather, it is intended to redress behavior that is truly outrageous, intolerable, and which results in bringing one to their knees. Now, again, it notes whether conduct is so outrageous as to permit recovery is a question of law for the court to decide. So, Manskin's claim, they fail as a matter of law. He cannot establish the intent element of outrage because foreman's statements were true or substantially true. Moreover, none of foreman's conduct, speaking truthfully about Manskin, is outrageous. That's right. As alleged, foreman's conduct amounts to public insults and name-calling that he doesn't like. That's what he's saying. He hurt my feelings. Foreman begins the video by saying, we don't want to give Manskin any recognition or credibility because he deserves none of those things. And he noted that. Although, oh my God, Deuce is coming back. It's back again. No. Although Foreman does not say Manskin's name, he shows his audience documents, litigation discussed in paragraph 7, proving that Foreman is discussing Manskin. His refusal to say Manskin's name is calculated insult, as he admitted to above. Okay, so if you do say his name, it's bad because it's hurting him. If you don't say his name, it's bad because deuce, according to the Urban Dictionary, means the result of a complete bowel movement. After calling manskin a term for excrement, Foreman then falsely accuses him of lying. Oh my God. Oh, this is so good. He also has this other point, calling him the slang term for excrement. Oh, he says that this is a common tactic for scammers and con artists. Anytime it goes south, why? He's going to run. Why? Because he has no spine and no testes. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord, Lord, Lord. Continuous failure to appear because he's a coward. My Lord. He's shady, perpetuates scams. He calculated, in addition, his claims were coupled with calculated insult. That's right. He loves to insult people. But man, if you say anything about old Manskin, right? He's a coward and he insulted his manhood. His manhood. Oh no. These insults are not actionable. And that or in defamation. Again, it goes over why their Manskin claims fail because none of Foreman's conduct is outrageous as a matter of law, and because the complaint of name calling is constitutionally protective. Manskin alleges that his wife has been stalked by Foreman's lackeys and has had to leave her teaching job. Manskin's children have been doxxed by these people as well. But as previously discussed, Manskin does not allege that Foreman directed any of these alleged acts. This is so disgusting, by the way. He tries to lay this. Now, he's laid it on Jeremy before. Now he about faces and he lays it on Larry. You know, that's crazy. Meanwhile, these anti-Hale goons, they go around and they do talk about keeping pictures of kids. They talk about doxing and more. So you have anti-Hale's weirdos that really do this stuff while these people are pretending. Man. And he put his kids and all this stuff, he put them in a court filing. Oh my God. But again, so he doesn't prove that any of that is connected to Larry in any way, shape, or form, by the way. You kind of do have to do that. Manskin does not allege that Foreman directed any of these acts. He has not alleged a causal connection between his videos, which are not outrageous, and these alleged harms. And it fails on the causation element. Nor can Manskin recover from the alleged trauma. He says his family, who are not parties to this, have suffered. He alleges that both him and his entire family have suffered significant trauma because of Foreman, who knew what he was saying was false, or at least demonstrated. I mean, this is such bullshit. It's so nasty. Kentucky law requires a plaintiff pursuing claim here to show severe emotional distress as a result of defendant's conduct. Distress that does not significantly affect plaintiff's everyday life or require significant treatment does not suffice beyond vague allegations of trauma. He's not alleged any emotional distress. So, again, it goes through. For a conclusion, Manskin's lawsuit is classic slap. Slap are, by definition, meritless. Plaintiffs in slap suits do not intend to win, but rather to chill the defendant's speech or protest activity and discourage opposition by others through delay, expense, and distraction. Now, instead, slap plaintiffs' goals are achieved through ancillary effect of the lawsuit itself on the defendants and not through adjudication on its merits. Indeed, Manskin himself calls abusive lawsuits like this polymop. Protraction of litigation and multiplication of proceedings. Wow, his own polyflopped. He polyflops through his polymop. Isn't that beautiful? No matter the abbreviation, slap or polymop, Manskin's claim against Foreman fails as a matter of law. Foreman is entitled to expedited consideration and dismissal under the Kentucky Uniform Public Expression Protective Act, and the court should dismiss with prejudice. Now I'm telling my helpful super chat reader, the way since many of them are birthday wishes, I thought she would enjoy seeing the amount of them. So, you know, I'm giving her a shout. I'm like, hey, that is it's an interesting case. And that again, you have Bruce alleging all these crazy things. And the absurdity of what Bruce does in this is he cherry picks. You know, he picks and chooses what he wants to bring about. But at the end of the day, what does he really have? I mean, it's like I said, it's all insanity with it. Is that you, kiddo? Oh, that's your little kiddo. What are you doing?
I'm trying to tell you what this thing can do.
What you got? Let me see. Let me see what
Take
you
this
got.
down. I'm all the way over here, and I don't want to get it.
Oh, hey, be careful. Be careful. You're going to hit. That thing might slap back up. She's got a slappy hand. She's trying to slap a picture with it. You're going to hit yourself with that thing in a minute. Oh, you caught that thing. That's crazy. She showed me how you could slap a piece of paper up. All right. Hey, kiddo. Kiddo.
Mini
got-
kiddo.
Yeah, mini kiddo. You got to go upstairs, though. Give me a hug. Say hi real fast. Say hey.
Hey.
All right,
I
give me a hug.
came down because I wanted to show you how this do.
You dropped your paper. There it is. Don't sling that thing like that. Not around my computer. Do not do that. You're going to hit me or somebody else. She went to like whack it, one of those little sticky hands, you know, you slappy hands. And I'm like, no, not around my face. Do not do that. That thing was dangerous. I saw that.
Okay,
All
I
right.
can't stay for too long.
Well, come here. We're going to go over. I think you can help me go through these. Okay. Let's go through your birthday ones. Kat sent you 10. She says, happy birthday, love.
Thank you.
Laura dropped a gifted membership, which is awesome.
Nice.
Yes, that's a gift that
Awesome.
goes to us and it goes to another person too. So that's cool for your
Yay.
birthday. Double gift, right? Michelle became a member.
Awesome.
We'll go with thank you, welcome, thank you for your membership, and welcome
so
to Tugs
cool.
Thugs. Thank you, Michelle. Appreciate you. Sister Sal dropped 5 gifted memberships.
Wow, thanks.
Yeah, that's like, you know, yeah. Essentially, a membership is basically like a $5 super chat each one, and then it goes to another person, so they become a member of the thing for a month. So that's cool, huh? Yeah. So she doesn't understand members, so I was explaining it to her. That's pretty cool, I think. Audrey dropped 2 there, said happy birthday to you. Hope you had a great day.
Thank you. I had a good day.
All right, you want to read some Ninja
Oh
Puppy?
yeah. Happy B-Day Lug. Happy birthday, Lug, actually. Thanks, Ninja Puppy.
Ale Lou dropped a 2 on you. That's special birthday gift you.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Thank you.
That's Colleen.
Calling MC.
It's hard to see them from there. See? You all think
I'm nearsighted.
You all
so-
think I'm half blind, but look at me. I sit back here, you know. That's what I'm saying. This says happy birthday. It says happy birthday. Love.
Thank you.
Happy birthday. And David again. We noted. He dropped you in.
David, Air Force vet.
Yeah, he's an Air Force vet. Thank you for your service, by the way, Dave.
Thank
Appreciate you.
you.
Dropped 6. He's been a member for 6 months. That's awesome. He says happy
Yeah.
birthday, and that everybody loves you, and they do. That's what I want you to see here.
Yeah.
Laura dropped 5 there. Says happy birthday, Lug. Love you, girl.
Thanks.
Mary drops a happy birthday.
Mary, go back to Silent Hill.
Indeed, Mary. I like that name. I kept a picture of Mary. I told you about
From Silent Hill?
Yeah, kept her on my desk. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. We love Silent Hill, by the
But
way, Mary.
Mary, go back to Silent Hill. Your husband is looking for you. Are
If
you
she's never,
dead?
if she doesn't know Silent Hill though. She may not understand what you're talking about. That's one of our favorite games. So that
Yeah,
is
but
high
thank
appreciation.
you.
We love the name Mary. We love the characters Mary. So I appreciate you. She says happy birthday. Hope y'all have a wonderful and blessed day.
Thank you.
That's awesome. And like I said, she loves it, Mary from there. Emmy, thanks for the 20.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's happy 12th birthday and happy heart birthday to the little one. And she did, didn't she? She told us today was heart birthday. You know, she got her little cake out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Bonnie dropped 5 there for you. Says happy birthday, Lug, to you. That's awesome.
Thanks.
SF also dropped 5 for you.
Thank
That's
you.
a happy birthday. It's crazy, isn't it? It's awesome. S. Sean dropped
Yeah, that's
10 for you.
awesome.
I know. Like, all of this is for you, dude. Happy birthday, Lug.
Yeah.
Lois dropped 10 there. Said happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
Fallen Hero dropped you. A
Fallen
super sticker.
hero.
Yeah.
Why you fell? Get back up.
He is. Look, he's a knight. He's like, whoa, he's a fallen hero. Because now he's just got the muscles.
I thought it just meant he fell and tripped.
No. No, that's not what that means. You know, and it means, it can mean a few things with a name. But Fallen Hero's cool too, by the way. Hey, Dwayne dropped a 50 for you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Got $50 for you. That's crazy.
$50.
I know. She's like, whoa. She's looking at that like, whoa. What did it say? Ball Python King dropped you a 5 there with a happy birthday. What's up?
I got
Thanks.
You got what now? A plan. What's your plan?
Happy birthday.
You're gonna what?
Say happy birthday.
You are gonna sing it. Okay, let's do it.
Happy birthday
To you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear sissy. Happy birthday to you.
You're too cute too.
Not the candle.
Ball Python King dropped you
Thank
5
you,
there.
Ball Python King.
I got a new sticker book.
Look at that, man. Hey, look, Fallen Hero not only gave you a super sticker, but also
I got
dropped
a
a super
sticker book.
dropped a
Nice.
membership. That's crazy.
I got
It's
a
awesome.
sticker
Thank you,
book.
Fallen Hero. Appreciate you, brother.
I
You
got
do.
a new sticker book.
King.
That's
Remember?
cool. Well, why don't you go have fun with it, baby? You can have fun with it. Enjoy it. Love you, kiddo.
I'm talking about lecturing people.
Yeah. It says Gamer Jackie dropped 5 and says, not a lot. It is indeed. Thank you, Gamer Jackie. It means the world
Thank
too,
you.
for sure, for all of you.
For
It says, but it can go towards your craft supplies. And happy birthday. Would love you.
That is a weird pronouncing
Gamer Jackie.
spelling of Jackie.
I like it. I like the unique spellings, don't you?
I like unique spellings, but I thought that said
You
something
didn't
completely
understand what it
different.
said for a minute. Yeah.
I was like,
I know.
Jack, why?
Yeah, sometimes it takes me a minute too. Like I mess up a name and somebody like Gamer Jackie will be like a Jackie. I'm like, oh my gosh. That's part of your being Southern messes you up. Because we're even worse about phonetic pronunciations.
sticker
It
book.
just works sometimes. Sister Sal.
Thank
Fine with that.
you.
Thank you for my sister.
Yo, thank you. Are you thinking too?
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you for my sister.
Okay. Well, Michelle, dropped 10 there. Sent
Thank you
both
for my
girls money on
sister.
PayPal.
Thank you.
Well, you
Thank
both
for
got
my
it.
sister.
Well, you got it. She sent you money too.
Me?
Yeah, as well. Gonna say thank you for you too.
Thank you for me.
You thank you for me too. All right. Oh yeah. Hey, Nikki, by the way, sent you 5 there and
Thank you,
says for
Nikki.
birthday.
Thank
Oh,
you for
Nikki's
being
birthday was
perfect.
yesterday. Hey, you
my
want to sing
God.
birthday to her? Sing her
Happy
happy birthday.
birthday
To
to you.
Happy
birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mickey.
Happy birthday to you. There you go. You got your a birthday in there too.
Girl,
You know, let's see.
your
But Michelle,
birthday
thank
born
you.
on
By the way.
October 23, Nikki.
Hey, Hazel. What's it? Hazel Monty.
Hazel
thank-
Monty Angel.
Ungle. Yeah. But thank you for the 10. Happy birthday to you from the UK.
Yeah.
You know, it's it's in the middle of like the AM hours in the UK.
Thank you for
Yeah,
my
it's
sister.
really
Or go to
late.
bed.
Thank you for my sister.
I know they stay up and hang out. It's beautiful. Here's
Thank you
Jack's
for my
mom.
sister.
He's like,
Thank
Thank
you,
you for
Jack's
my
mom.
sister.
that's who got your some of your bracelets before.
Thank you for my sister.
You know, your commissions. That's who we're making stuff. You know, they're talking about the blue tape. They loved it too.
Why'd you have the
Robert?
Robert? Why'd you have the dot?
Why did you have
Because
to
they
dot,
loved it.
dot, dot?
Happy birthday and many more. Maybe it means the song.
Blue tape.
Oh my god.
why you
Yeah,
portal cats
but
up like that
Robert
then?
had said happy birthday.
Thank you.
It's probably happy birthday to you. Maybe that's what it means. You know, you're overthinking.
I
too
just
much.
thought I
You're
thought that was a
overthinking
bit
stuff.
ominous. I've been playing way too much
We
Resident
thought
It's
you
Evil.
true.
were
Actually, in
birthday
games,
thing.
that is ominous, isn't it?
Try
Okay,
blue
it's that late.
tape.
Tried blue tape. What are you?
That one.
You
We
did.
had to show Sissy that one.
I did show her. Actually, I've shown her. AKA the cat lady sent you to
Thank
them.
you.
Happy
See
birthday.
that? I want to see it. I can't remember the blue tape good.
Can't do it right this minute, baby.
I don't remember try blue tape.
Well, you won't be able to hear it. You know, you want me to show it to you real quick? Here, you have to have my headphones. So here, take my headphones. Put them on. Actually, let Sissy. Hey, Sissy, been in there so you can hear it a little bit too.
No,
I said no.
never.
Never.
I'm with the little one here then. Police or zombie problems? Your tortoise won't stop breakdancing? Is that what
Try blue
you're
tape.
The miracle of our
It's the
age.
blue
Yay!
That's
You love
the
that?
blue tape.
Yeah, you like that?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. All right. I have my headphones back. Thank you. So Wanda said happy birthday to you.
Thank y'all.
Thank you for my sister.
There's maybe not. See, I love like her name, the way it's spelled.
Maybe not.
You like
Yeah,
that?
that's how I like spell stuff in my like
You got it.
silly
That's
little.
not Jackson.
I like that.
Try
though.
blue
Yeah,
tape.
you see, that's what I'm saying.
Miracle of our
It's entertaining.
age.
But she said
Thank
happy
you.
birthday.
But I spell bone apple teeth in some of my like earlier writing as bone apple teeth.
It's funny.
Bone apple teeth.
Oh my lord.
Hey.
Nancy sent 20 there. Says for the birthday girl.
Thank you.
Thank you for my sister.
Frankie sent you 20. Said happy birthday, love. Get yourself something with this.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Heidi sent you 10. Said happy birthday, kiddo. Hope you had an awesome day.
Thank
Here's
you
your
for my
Joan sent you
sister.
20
Thank
there.
you
Said
for my
happy
sister.
birthday.
Thank you for my
Thanks.
sister. I'm just gonna say thank you for my sister, okay?
Michelle
Thank you
sent
for my
5. Said
sister.
happy birthday from Canada.
Canada.
That's right. All over the world, baby. We are everywhere. I love it. I love that we are everywhere.
Where
Thank you for
not?
my
Clint,
sister.
Sticky Widget
Thank you
sent
for
20
my
there for
sister.
your buy whatever you want fund.
Okay, thank you. But why are you a sticky
He's
widget?
just you got to say it like sticky widget, like that. Sticky widget.
Yeah, but
Can
why
you
are
say it?
you
No way. You got to say it that way. Sticky.
sticky widget? Okay, now shut up.
Hey,
Uh,
hey, Dad.
Shield Bait says here's 10. It says happy birthday for
Dad.
beautiful and amazing.
Yeah,
I just
Thanks
want to say thank you
a
for my
lot.
sister,
But
okay,
why
Dad?
is sticky
Okay, you can say
widget
thank you for your
sticky?
sister.
Just a-
This is his name, Sticky Widget. It sounds good too. It flows well.
thank you for my sister. Thank you for my sister.
Deborah
Thank you,
Thank
sent
sister.
20.
you.
Saying happy
Thank
birthday.
You, for my
You just have to be part of it, huh?
yeah,
Have to?
I just have
I
to
like it.
say thank you for my sister.
Aussie Wombat sent you 15 and a super sticker. You love those super
Thank
stickers,
you.
don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I told y'all she loves them. She loves the sound.
Thank you for my sister. Thank you for my sister. Thank you for my sister.
Settle down for a minute. Rhea
you,
Raya
Rhea
sent 20
Norman.
and sent that also. Remember, they sent through PayPal another
Thank you for my
$75
sister.
for you.
Thank you for my sister.
That's
Thank
wild,
you for my
man.
sister. Thank
That's a
you for
wild
my
amount.
sister.
I can
y'all.
barely read the usernames.
That's
Thank
that's
you for
Rhea
my
Raya, because I always mess up the name.
Rhea Norman.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if it was Rhea or Raya, so I just call her Rhea Raya. No way, I catch both. And then it became a joke, and now I call them, forever because I loved it. I think it's funny, and they're appreciated.
Thank
After
you
a
for
while,
my sister.
Cindy 5 says
Thank
happy
you,
birthday.
Cindy.
Thank you for my sister.
Sheila,
Thank you for my
Super
sister.
Chat
Thank you,
279 said happy birthday to you.
Sheila.
Look at all those cakes.
Thank you for my sister. Thank
Patty
you for my
sent
sister.
5 said happy birthday, love.
Thank you
Thank
for
y'all.
my sister.
And Ab said I sent 10 said happy birthday to you.
Thank
for your
you.
Are y'all wearing out?
my sister.
You all look like you're wearing out. Are y'all wearing out? You wearing out, kiddo? You need to go lay down for a... Are you okay? You feeling okay? I know you've been tired.
My motivation is slowly crawling away. I have to use it while I can.
I know you've been feeling tired and stuff too. All right, it's okay. Go lay down. Enjoy your. Hey, did you have fun today though? But well, I'm talking to Sissy first. Did you have fun today? All right, love you,
Plus,
kiddo.
I got my new press-ons.
Yeah. Well, I wanted you to see that people who really love and care about you. Okay. All right. Kiddo, you go upstairs too. Okay. Y'all go lay down. Yeah, see, they've had a long day. After we got them up at, oh gosh, about 5. And they've been going all day long. But she didn't think that many people would care if she just had this idea. I was like, man, people will show you, they'll celebrate your birthday with you. So, but again, everybody, I wanted to, I figured she would not make it through like 100, but I did want her to come in and just see that. Because like I said, I appreciate all you folks, man. The kids, they get to see the great side of people. And really of the internet. You hear so many terrible things. Well, you see some of these people out there. You see how awful they are. But on the other side of it, you want to see the show people that, man, you don't have to give up on it. It's not all lost. There are good people too. So, I tell her, she hears me talk to some other people sometimes too about the craziness you encounter. And I don't want her to think that's everything that's online. But I'm going to continue reading. Okay. And thank you all again. Like I said, I appreciate you. Night. Thanks for the 5 there. Happy birthday, dear old lad. Thank you again. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Julie, thank you for the 10 and the birthday wishes. Appreciate you. X-Files Inc. I love X-Files, man. Oh, so 10. Happy 12th, going on 20. Again, I feel like that, yes. You see how inquisitive she is. Like when she looks at Super Chats, I don't even think about an ellipses, ... being on one. She was like, why is that there? It's like, I don't know. I never would have thought about it being there. But it's just funny. I don't even notice it. It's funny. Kids, man. Barb, thank you for the 4 there and the happy birthday wishes. Shifter Brains, thank you for the 10 there and the happy birthday wishes as well. Terry, thank you also for the happy birthday wishes. Thank you for that. Sister Sal, thank you. And also with the Venmo, I saw that come in. Again, I read it earlier, but I want to say again, thank you. I'm glad that they've been up so long that I'm glad they weren't really crazy, to be honest, but they also weren't grumpy. The little one gets crazy when she's tired. So, but thank you, Sister Sal. Tease T, what's up, T? How are you doing, Tease T? Thanks for the 50 there, and check Venmo. Yes, indeed, check all of that out. Thank you. Like I said, that is amazing of you, and whatever they want to do, like I said, if they want to go and do something, they want to go and have some fun, it's there. They can go, they can have a good time. I can take them out, and they have their own money. I think as a kid, as a kid too, I couldn't even imagine being able to do this. I remember being a little kid and having like Christmas one year. It ages me from some of the toys I would note, but I remember this specific toy. Man, I wanted it so bad, but the cost on them, I know there was no way. I knew my parents couldn't afford it, and it was like, at the time, it was a lot of money, but at the time it was like $50. But at the time, it's a lot of money, especially for a toy. Nowadays, good Lord, $50, $20 for an entry toy. It's just craziness. But they don't have to live like I did when I was a kid. I love it. And like I said, I appreciate all of you. But thank you, Tease T. I appreciate you a lot. Deb, thank you. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Happy birthday twin. Oh, wait, is it your birthday too then? You need a birthday. It must be your birthday, right? Only way your birthday twin. Let me bust you out of something. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
From both of us to you.
Happy birthday.
May all your dreams come true.
Yay, that's right.
We love to have you here.
Happy birthday.
Here's to
Here's to
another year.
I love the million years thing. But like I said, if you're going to wish somebody happy birthday too, the major thing is having healthy days. So really, I wish you all happy, healthy birthday days. You know, that is the most important of it all. So thank you there too. I have to pull that back out. Thank you, Deb. DeFloofy, what's up, DeFloofy? Thank you for that. The Overlords send birthday purrs. Well, thank you, my friend. Appreciate that. Oh, that's cool. I have my favorites. Thanks for the 5 and some blue beads. That's good. Should run through them a lot. Jacksmo, thanks for the 5. I was very happy with the 2 bracelets. I'll read this to her as well. I bought from her. She's creative, has a great eye. If you order one, I'm sure you'll be happy. Yes, she puts in a lot of time with them. You know, I saw somebody note, like, well, beads, they only cost like $5. Well, okay, you can get beads for $5 if you want. And she's gonna make, she's gonna run her little business. You know, it'll be a first business, and she'll put in her time making stuff. She'll probably put in a little card or something like that. But I think it'll be fun. You know, she'll have a good time with it. But again, we'll follow up on that. We'll put out some with it. But thank you also. Janice, thanks for the 20 there. Happy blessed birthday. Well, thank you. That is awesome of you too. Man, so many of you. Again, thank you all. Monica, thanks for the 5. Lug, happy birthday. Money for beads. Indeed. Indeed. She loves making that stuff too. I love to be able to encourage creativity. You know, it's not like you get throughout life, you know, you wish creativity was encouraged more. And I appreciate that from people too. Becky, thanks for the 2. Happy love. Indeed. Happy birthday. She loves it. She went and for her main birthday present though, she went out last week, and then I told her she could do whatever today. So she went out again and she bought a hoodie. That was her main thing for her birthday. I thought that was awesome. Juliet, thanks for the 10 there. Happy birthday from the UK. Well, thank you. Thank you. Like I said, we'll go through all these with her too. I appreciate it. She's just sacked out, man. It's been a long day for her. Wheezy, what's up, Wheezy? Thank you for that. She saw that too before. I know. She appreciated that. Rebrand, thanks for the 20 there. Happy birthday for the crafting fun. Thank you. Man, Cindy, thanks for the start of her business. Indeed. Indeed. Right at the beginning is fun, isn't it? LaWanda, thanks for the 5. Happy birthday, Miss Alien. I'll show her that one. Because she's like, oh my, this is my brand. You know, she wants to brand her stuff. she makes a cute little like drawing with them and stuff for her little alien. I like them. Finally free. Thanks for the fun. I'm an awesome kiddo. I'll show the keep being creative, fun self. See, like I said, I'll show her all these. She'll appreciate that. And thank you. Travis, what's up, man? Thanks for 5. Dad got diagnosed with lung cancer. Man, it sucks, brother. We don't know how far along, but we definitely glad you're on tonight. I can't deal with a lot, especially my neck. Well, brother, you remember on days like this, again, when days are hard, you make time to laugh. You make time to goof off. You make time to decompress. That is important. And again, if you need something, man, you need a shoulder, you know, you need whatever, dude. You just, come in, talk to all of us, man. And if you need more than that too, again, don't be afraid to talk to somebody that is a professional in that too. But love to you, brother, for sure. Yorkie Mom, thanks for the 2 there. Happy birthday, Lug. Oh man, mother-in-law turned 80 today. Let's bust her out a song. We need as many songs as we can on the day. Let's bust her.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to a mother-in-law.
From both of us to you.
Yeah, right. Happy birthday. Celebrate the 80s.
May all your dreams come true. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
We love to have you here.
Heck yeah. What in the world? What in the world? I sometimes get off. Like, I was looking to make sure I didn't miss anything. And Hulu sent me something, like I'm not even subscribed with Hulu, but they sent, because I had a free Hulu thing, and it says subscribe to Saw. Like, what in the heck is Saw? I know what the show, like the series is, but apparently there's a network. Oh, by the way, so Sunday, the new Pennywise series comes out. That's going to be weird. So that'll be interesting to see. It comes out at like 8 o'clock. Jeanette, thanks for the super sticker there. Thank you for those. Again, I appreciate it. And like you heard, the little one, she loves those. Heidi, thanks for the 5. For Bug, happy Heart Day. May the love within continue to grow. Let your light shine, little one. Thank you for that. Yes, she got the little heart. That heart birthday thing is so cute, Avia, thanks for the 20. Knowing this is a hot topic causes me physical pain. Knowing this is into a hot topic. Oh yeah, it's going to go into hot topic. I had to read it for a second. Yes, I understand you. Yes, that's what I think. I had to go to Hot Topic 3 times in the last month. Imagine that. Me and Hot Topic. Yeah. Oh no. It was not. The kids are like, oh, look at this, look at that. And all I could see is the prices too. I was like, oh my God. Fair for all. Thank you for the 2 there. Big sisters are a blessing. Indeed. Man, Big Sissy, man, she watches out for little Sissy all the time. She shepherds her. It's great. Cynic, what's up, my friend, man? For the lug birthday fun. At least she said back hair. Not something else we've been making fun of, starting with back. I'm for real, gross. That would have been really gross. DeFloofy, thanks to DeFloofy one gives tuna fonts for bead supplies. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you, DeFloofy. Little one loves DeFloofy. I mean, I swear all the time. Cynic, I did see that song. It did indeed. Oh my Lord, I did. I saw the pictures as well. That was really funny. Wheezy, thanks for the 5. Keep being you, block. That's another one I'll clip for. And thank you. Laptop bond, indeed. Eleni, thank you for that too. I think that's one thing I'll tell her. Maybe you need a laptop fund, because I mean, right now, hey, okay, thanks for then. If an old man. Cow Cat and Voy Kitten sent Lug 5 for her kittening day and Bug 5 for her. Well, thank you. That is amazing. And thank you for that too. I'll have to share. I love the way you wrote that out. That's cute. Thank you. Kitty Kate. Thanks. I like that name. Kitty Kate. That's cute. It's almost 1 year. Thank you there. And happy birthday as well. Thank you for the wishes. Sherry dropped 5. Thank you also for that. So sweet of you folks. Spin Doctor, thanks for the 20 there. Happy birthday, love, from one crafter to another. I know, man. I like to make stuff every now and then. The only thing I really do anymore is I'll get like wooden boxes and I'll make things with them and usually give them to the kids, maybe to a friend every now and then, but that's about all anymore, and I make the little purgatory here, of course. My turtle purgatory. We can't forget about that. Oh, somebody wrote me. Just a second. So somebody wrote me about the rocks. They were telling me about these. And again, this is them speaking about ye old stones. Me, I don't have any knowledge of stones, so I'm not making commentary on them pro or con. But as far as people discussing them, it's been interesting because of some of the numbers that have been associated. So somebody told me what these may possibly be and how you can find them on different places like Temu. How one of them could be like $2 to $5, and the other one definitely would be under $7. for sure. Yeah. So that's nuts, man. And who knows what was paid for shipping and stuff too. Again, $40, $40 freaking dollars. And that's not making fun of anybody. I'm just like, man, that's awful stuff, you know. Cynic, thanks for the fun. Make some bracelets to raise money for education, adulting, fun. She'll have more sales than LMNOP's Folly Market jewelry stand. Yeah, I told her, I was like, you know, we should make some. I asked her what her pricing would be, and she said $20. I was like, okay. Like, they're not mine. I'm not selling them. So whatever price you note is your price. And she's gonna make her little blue tape ones though. I think they'll be cute. You know, I think they'll be fun. She'll decorate out. Like I said, she'll send a card, I'm sure, or something with them. And we have some cards we put into her stuff too. So we put a few things with it. That'd be cute. Like I said, you'll enjoy them when people get some of them. I'm just Jim. Thank you for the 3 months there. Happy birthday. Thank you. That is awesome of you too. Like I said, I'll pull all these up when she's rested as well. Maybe not drop 10 giftos. Thank you. Maybe not. That is very nice of you. And thank you all. I mean, again, I appreciate you. Maybe not. I'll set one bat. Thank you for 5 giftos too. That's awesome too. Thank you. Aussie. I love having like you guys that are giving giftos, you know, you're celebrating with. So thank you. Share. Thank you for the 10 and the happy birthdays there too. Kermit lives as always. Your avatar always makes me laugh. But thank you for the 8 there. BBB needs to be sanctioned, disbarred, and sent to jail. He definitely has some real issues going on, in my opinion. I mean, this is big time. These aren't jokes, you know. This is serious business that he is facing. Melissa, thanks too. Oh, it's your son's birthday. Heck yeah. Let's bust him out a song.
Happy birthday from both of us to you.
All of us.
Happy birthday. May all your dreams come true. Happy birthday. We love to have you here. Happy birthday. Here's to another year.
Love to you there too. Appreciate you. Appreciate it. Happy birthday to your son there. And my favorites, Miyagi got 1,000 subs. Heck yeah. God, they hate Miyagi so much, you know. You know what really makes them butthurt too? So Miyagi, when she started out, made all kinds of videos about people. She didn't like me, for example. And you know what? I didn't care. You know, I don't give a crap one way or the other. I cover, like when I covered her videos about Only Men, she was like, you know, made a video like responding. And did I care? No. You know, she's allowed to have whatever opinion she wanted to have. But it's funny when she has opinions based on, she backed these people. She gave them money for banners that don't pop up. They threatened her about them and more. Yeah. I wonder if Miyagi would fill out a complaint about them not fulfilling their obligations. Huh? Think about that. Laura B. Hey, what's up, Laura, man? I appreciate you too. Been here a long time. Well, you mod, you're always around. Thank you, Laura. I mean, I really appreciate you too. You know, you Rebel, so many of you. I don't want to leave anybody out. I always hate going down the list, but Laura, I do appreciate you for sure. And thank you. Thank you for the birthday wishes, but thank you too, just for being you. Thank you for that. Wendy, what's up? Thanks for the 10. Happy birthday, Luck. Hope you have a beautiful one. Oh, she had a crazy fun one. she was having fun for sure. Kermit Lips, thanks for the 15. Happy birthday, Luck. Hope you had a fantastic day. That's right, Tug. Are you able to do an Amazon wish list for things you may like? As posting can be, yeah, I mean, I can, Yeah, I can see if she, you know, if they want it. I have never done something like that, but I could see as we roll into the holidays. I mean, why not? You know, why not? But that's cool. I'll think about it. I will think about it. Yeah, posting is high. One thing I love, like all you guys that, you know, it just everything is when y'all seeing stuff. It's amazing. I love what people pick out and stuff, but I also understand. Yes, posting is very expensive. So, Roseanne, thanks for the 20 there, and thank you for the birthday wishes. Thank you. 2012, thanks for the 2. If Lung sold that to me for $40, well worth it, y'all. Indeed. You know, she puts in a lot of effort and good, you know. She tries to put in her time, and she will definitely try to make it work out for you and make it worth your effort for sure. Huge down under, and thank you, 2012, man. Appreciate you, brother, by the way. You're down under. Thanks for the 2. Happy birthday, Lug. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. I need to stop that man and brother stuff. I'm telling you, I keep telling myself, I'm like, you're not talking to guys all the time. It's a bad habit. I apologize. Becky, thanks for the 10. Happy birthday, Lug. Thank you, Becky. That is awesome. Appreciate you. CJ, thanks for the month there. Love your show so much. You're the best, little girls. Happy 12. Thank you. I appreciate that. I try to be good with them. You know, I enjoy my time with them. So that's, you know, I'm around them all the time. So I think that's part of it. Bonnie, thanks for the 5. Larry found this in Jefferson County, Kentucky. So does BBB have to go to court there too? Well, that's where he filed his lawsuit. He went after Larry in Kentucky. So, I mean, that's where they filed. They went after Larry in Kentucky. So, hey, give me 1 minute. I got to get up for a minute too. I am what did the ecosystem call it? I have a new medication and it causes, what do they call that? A bio break. So I have to go real fast. I apologize. I don't want to be very descriptive about that, but I will be right back. Let me find something I'm going to put you on a song for just a minute. I hate to, like I said, I hate to get up and leave in the middle of anything, but I have to leave for just a minute. Let me find you something to play. Give me 1 minute. I'm going to turn on a song. Just tell people I have not left. I'm coming right back. Okay. Thank you.
It's the ghost of the web broadcasting coast to coast. Who's the epic villain you missed the most? It's the umbrella guy listening to them crying as they pull the plug because their case is dying. It's falling apart, listen to them scream. Gotta laugh if they're stupid on my next live stream. The down who goes, another lawyer falls. Like reverse Pokemon, you gotta wreck them all. They just got nuked, the case turned to ash. And how they blame the plaintiff and beg the court for cash. And all the excuses, how is any of this real? They can sanction them, Your Honor, we cannot pay our bills. And for all those reasons and what you said about jail, I'm gonna change my arguments and blame Mr. Hales. Picture a lawyer so corrupt he lies about proof, about messages, about his own words. He even frames his lawsuits as other people's filings.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I swear. They told me, like, when they gave me something, they were like, okay, now you got to drink lots of water. And I do. I feel like if I don't drink water there, I feel like I'm going to dry up and blow away. I've drank more water in the last freaking few days than I've ever drank in my life. I'm like, oh my God. It's something else. So anyway, back to that. Appreciate it. But Bonnie, yeah, where Bruce, like I said, where Bruce filed this, he went after Larry in Kentucky. It was the only way he could go after Larry. Yeah, he's having a problem. He's trying to find some way to go after specific people in their home states. One of the stupid things, like if he comes to Tennessee, he goes after myself or the Grangers in Tennessee. That's a problem for him because, you know, we're pretty protected here. So Jackie, thanks for the 5. Birthday or Halloween treats for Bug and Lug. Thanks for a great show, Tug. Thank you, Jackie. Appreciate you. Auntie M dropped in 20 there, coming in late for Lug's birthday. Thank you. And also dropped in an extra 5 for the hard birthday. Thank you for that. That's awesome. I'm thinking about taking them for ice cream tomorrow. You know, just going in, doing some ice cream run. And then tomorrow we have tomorrow live stream wise, God, I don't think we'll ever catch up, man. Not after the last week. It'll be hard to catch. There's so much stuff. Kat, thanks for the 5 there. Happy birthday, Lug. Thank you for that. That is awesome. Appreciate you, Kat. William, drop 2. Thank you, William. Again, there's not a statement, but man, it's a statement for today. It's support with birthday stuff. It's also support for channel. Thank you, my friend. Natalie, $50 super sticker. Thank you, Natalie. That again, it'll be fun to show them to. And thank you. Appreciate you. Lorraine, thanks for the 10. Sorry I'm late. Miss Lug's podcast. Happy birthday, love. I'm going to back to the beginning to listen to the podcast with you. Well, thank you. She'll enjoy it. She had fun just coming in, goofing off. If she were more rested, she should have been like, I'm sticking it until everything's through. Like I said, I had them up at early this morning. You know, she was like, I want to do stuff. And I told her, okay, well, if you want to do stuff, we're going to have to get up real early if we're going to go make trips and everything. So it's so funny with that. Vanessa, thanks for the 5. Look, hope you're doing. She's doing good. And thank you, Vanessa. I appreciate you. Lady Tammy, thanks for the 10 and the happy birthday wishes. Thank you. Andre, thanks for the 2. Randy took a hit with sanction and do slides. Well, I hope that doesn't stay that way. You know what I mean? It's a good description. And like, oh yeah, I'm telling you, it's garbage though. It is because it's stupid because Deuce shouldn't be sliding, you know. And I think that's what, like with Grabe, this stuff, he may face some serious penalty. We'll see. I don't have a lot of faith until I see something happen, though, you know. But so far, it's been good. Cat, hey, thank you for the 5 there. I love the bracelets you made today. Thank you. I'll show her that. They are cute. I love them. I think they're so great, too. And Vanessa, thanks for the 5 from our Laura B. Just they're the birthday girl that hit in stream. Oh no. Oh no. I'm glad she didn't see that. She would have went there. And Sandy, hey, you dropped, that's funny. You dropped A for Bug. I'm sorry, it meant Lug. Well, both of them now, they're equal opportunists. Thank you. That's awesome. Cynic, thanks for the 5. The court finds that Larry's statement that the lawyer is excrement and he has no testes is substantially true. Indeed. That is so funny, man. I was like, what in the world? What a great lawsuit. Becky, thanks for the 2. Deuce equals excrement equals Doug's not good. I know. What are you trying to do? Cynic, thanks for the 2. Loose Deuce. That's what, yeah, we could call him the Loose Deuce. After loose with excrementy. Yeah, the Loose Deuce. What a deserving nickname for BBB. Indeed. There's good. Art the Clown, thanks for the 5. Pick out your favorite candy bar on me. Happy birthday. I'll tell her, and she will probably pick out a Kit Kat. That will probably be where that goes, by the way. She will bust out a Kit Kat for sure. Moody Nana, thanks for the 2. Happy heart and birthday. Thank you. Thank you, Moody Nana. That's awesome of you and much appreciated. Lonely, thanks for the 10 there. Happy birthday. Again, thank you. Thank you for the birthday wishes there. Rebel, thanks for the 20. Happy birthday. Indeed. You heard all the thank yous too. Thank you for my sister. Thank you for that. I loved it. The little one wanted to come in and do that. Vanessa, thanks for the 10. Make your birthday week last as long as you can. Yes. What's funny is I give them a week to goof off too. You know, I make sure that they can have a good time. They can just have fun. Kitty Ninja, thanks for 25 months. Happy 12th, love. Many more digs at Dad's dad jokes, indeed. She's funny about that. I like her, sardonic sense of humor that's developed. It's really funny. TST drug 50. Thank you for that. I had the little one too. Oh man, happy heart birthday. That'll be awesome. Thank you. Gamer Jackie, thanks for the 7 months there. Jackie, short for Jack Carey. My I'll have to show her that. I thought I thought it was like for like Jacqueline or something. So that's interesting. You know, for your gamer tag. Yeah. I love God. My gamer tag's awful. I will not tell you my gamer tag today. But that's good to know. I love it. I'll show her. She'll like that. God. We play a lot of video games. So yeah, thanks for the 10 there. Happy birthday to Lug from the Netherlands. It's 4:40 a.m. Wow, man. Wow. Well, thank you there. Thank you for being here. Sandy, thanks for the 2. Happy birthday, Lug. Thank you, Sandy. That is awesome there. Man, Shifter, what's up, man? 41. Seems like yesterday she was away. I know, man. Your baby's 41. Man, that's great, dude. Like, still, it's amazing how fast they grow. Let's give them, let's throw her some happy birthday love too, you know? Because it is fun to celebrate birthday.
Happy birthday. There's from both of us
All of
to
us.
you. Happy birthday. May all your dreams come true. Happy birthday. We love to have you here. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Here's to another year.
That is awesome there. It's awesome. Like, again, and I understand the time thing because I look at my first pin post on Twitter, and it feels like it was just a little while ago, you know, and yet it was years and years ago, you know, with the little one when she was signing, when doing our first comic. It was cool. Andre, thanks for the 2. Happy birthday. Thank you there. Hope you enjoyed it. She did. She had a great one. And thank you, man. Appreciate you. Emma, thank you for the 2 there. Happy birthday to Lug and Berg's Hard too. Thank you. Yeah. She loves to come in and help her sissy too. You heard her helping out. Shine, thanks for the 14 months. Tug, if you haven't done this already, I highly recommend using something like Greenlight. It's a great way to teach kids financial. Oh yeah. I use a specific. See, I go through with money too, and I want them to understand in the future. I want them to understand being able to get and to have, but I also want them to understand like saving up for things. You know, one of the beautiful things, I guess, that I learned when not having, you know, is if you wanted stuff, you would have to figure out a way to scrimp and to save, and it makes you appreciate money. You know, the kids, I want them to have the same appreciation of money. So yeah, I mean, working on that in a few different ways, but I'll check that out too. I will actually check that out as well, just to see what's there and if we can use. And thank you. Cynic, thanks for the 2. Ecosystem. From Alibaba, not Temu. I know. They're like, how dare you? That was AliExpress. Haha, busted. Yeah, that sounds about right, doesn't it? And share, thanks for the 5 there. Can't forget Bug. Indeed. Happy heart birthday. Thank you. Thank you. And appreciate all of you. You know, it's been a heck of a night. She, like I said, it's been fun to promote her birthday. It's been fun to have people, again, just show her love and positivity. All of you are great like that. Now, who is live tonight? Who's on tonight? Let's see. Let me look. Not sure. Is Jay on? See people watching or not? Let me check. Can you remember? Yes, he is on. Let's send you over to Mr. Just Jay. Give me a second and I will set up a redirect. Go send Jay some love again. You know, I like Jay to know that people are, you know, Jay was so surprised. Like when his when people watched and started hanging out, and you know, people showed him love, he seemed so shocked by it. And I love that in its own way. I love being like, yo, dude, you know, appreciate you, boy. So let's shoot him some love. But yeah, even if you're going to go to sleep or something, go over there, say hey to him for a minute, tell him Tug sent you. You know, just give people a little love there. Tell them they're appreciated. But I appreciate you all. And I'm going to take off from here. Tomorrow, we will equally have some crazy to go over. It will be something to check out. And again, appreciate you all. And we will see you.